let's meet tonight's starting lineup for your Icemen. On defense, number 18, Croy Evingson. Also on defense, number 26, Pavel Verobe. At forward, number 14, Vladislav Mikolchuk. At forward, number 16, Derek Lodermeyer. And at forward, number 83, Brandon Harris. In goal for your Icemen tonight, number 1, Charles Williams. Jacksonville is coached by Nick Luco. The assistant coach is Brandon Mashinter.
Good evening, everyone. We are finally back at home for the Jacksonville Icemen after a 6-game road trip. The Icemen back in downtown Jacksonville for their first home game in 2.5 weeks. It's a big South Division battle tonight as they host their in-state rival, Orlando Solar Bears. We'll have your opening face-off in just a moment, but first, let's bring you down to ice level. We will have the singing of your national anthem performed tonight by Brandy Durham.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And let's hear it from you.
Job well done as always, and that has us ready for hockey at the Publix rink at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. My partner Alex Reed will be joining us momentarily. I'll take it solo at least to start. Mentioned this being a big matchup between Jacksonville and Orlando, and indeed it is. The top 4 teams right now in the South Division separated by a grand total of 5 points in the standings. If you want to go by points, Florida has the lead in the South Division with 52 points. The Everblades do. Jacksonville and the Atlanta Gladiators just 1 point behind Florida. If you want to go by winning percentage, which is, I think, ultimately going to be the #1 determining factor for who wins the division this year, because not everybody might be able to play 72 games. So by winning percentage, the first place team in the South Division is the Jacksonville Icemen. .638 is their winning percentage. The Icemen 2-4 on their 6-game road trip that they just came off of, but they started with a 4-game losing streak and they ended with a flourish, a pair of wins at first place Utah, as the Icemen get the puck in the Orlando zone. Brad Barone, the goaltender for Orlando, misplayed a puck, but the Icemen were not able to get the puck towards goal. Orlando tries to clear out. They do get it to center ice. Jacksonville now gives it up at the red line, and Fabrizio Ricci will sweep a backhander in behind the net. Charles Williams moves it for Brendan Harris. Harris sends it for Lodermeyer, who will drive it back into the zone, and now here comes Harris once more for Jacksonville. Up the left side, a body check from Orlando separates a man from the puck. That's Tristan Langen. To the left side, wrister from Jake Transit knocked away. It comes to the far wall. Howardchuk tries to clear. It's going to be pushed back behind the Jacksonville net. Berzola tries to sweep it around. It goes behind the net, and Orlando still has possession. Centering feed, knocked away. It comes up high. Beautiful back checking there from Brent Howardchuk to keep an Orlando player away from that pass as the Icemen break through center ice. Penalty coming on Orlando as a wrist shot is blocked. Berzola with a wrister. That goes wide as well. There's your touch from Orlando, and a power play coming for the Icemen. Just 1:10 into the game. Tripping is going to be the call. Craig Martin took a big hit just before that trip in order to send Zach Berzola on his way, and it's going to be Tyler Bird heading into the box for the Solar Bears. Good to see that Marty was okay, and also good to see Zach Berzola back with the Icemen after a good stint in the American Hockey League with the Hartford Wolfpack, and he's not the only one. Also back from Hartford is James Sanchez for the Icemen, and he has the puck now on the power play for Jacksonville. Puck bounces high into the air on the near side half wall. Orlando swings it to the blue line, and it goes past Craig Martin and back behind the Jacksonville net. The Icemen 19th overall in the ECHL on the PP, 17.9%. Here's Abbott Gerdukas trying to go coast to coast. He'll button hook at the half wall. He'll drop it into the corner for Aaron Nazarian, also back for the Icemen, and great to see number 22 back in white and blue. The Icemen at the blue line. It is Martin for Sanchez at the right circle. Saucer pass for Martin, just holds it in. Wrister on goal. It is blocked in front and swept away by Orlando. Jacksonville going with 5 forwards on this power play, something that Nick Luco has been forced to do a couple of times. And now a steal from Orlando into the zone. A slapper is deflected by Martin behind his own net. Martin gets it right back. Lost his footing briefly, but comes back through the neutral zone, tries to tap it ahead. Penalty coming. This one's going to be also on Orlando. Delayed call. The Icemen back into the zone. Nazarian with a wrister. That is blocked. Holding it in is Neudecker. Orlando should touch the puck. The Icemen should want Orlando to touch the puck. There is your touch. And it's going to be hooking on the Solar Bears and a 5-on-3 power play in the early going. Dylan Fitz heads into the box this time. And Jacksonville has a 2-man advantage for 48 seconds. Orlando's penalty kill, 82%. That's good for 10th overall in the league. And the Icemen will once again have 5 forwards on the ice. Big face-off, and Jacksonville controls it. Sanchez will rim it around. It goes all the way to the left point for Craig Martin, who will hold on to it. And the Icemen set up shop in the offensive end. Abbott Gerdukas, left wing corner. Moves it for Martin at the circles. Everybody for Jacksonville is playing from the circles on in. Sanchez has a shot that is blocked. He gets it right back. Sanchez cross ice for Gerdukas. Sanchez gets it back. Martin in the high slot. Sanchez at the right circle. Feeds it back to Martin in the slot. Moves it to the left side. Gerdukas with a shot. That's saved by Barone. Rebound for Sanchez. 14 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Sanchez with a wrister. That is blocked. Orlando tries to hustle the clear. They cannot do it. Sanchez blocks it. Playing it behind the net for Howardchuk. Howardchuk on his backhand. Orlando gets 1 man back. Icemen still on a power play. Martin with a slap shot. Save. Rebound. Oh, what a stop by Barone. How did he get it with the glove? And the rebound is cleared away by the Solar Bears. Jacksonville still has 1:02 to go on this power play. Brad Barone with 2 saves to keep this one scoreless. Great setup. Sanchez with the first one, and I believe it was Gerdukas with the next one. Now it's Bauer Neudecker rimming it around. Barone got a piece of it. Orlando is going to be able to clear it all the way back to the Jacksonville blue line. Pavel Verobe making his Icemen debut. He actually played in this building earlier this year for the Solar Bears. As Jacksonville clears into the zone, I thought Barone almost played the puck out of the trapezoid, but we will play on. Jacksonville has possession. Harris to the blue line. Verobe for Neudecker. 26 seconds left on the power play. Verobe with a bomb. Pad save is made. Rebound right through the top of the blue paint. Nobody home. The Icemen are able to keep the puck in the zone. Mikulchuk spins away from a man. Feeds it to the line. Verobe can't pull the trigger on a shot. Neudecker at the left circle. Excellent possession here from Jacksonville, but still scoreless. Verobe to the left side. Cross ice look stolen and cleared by Orlando. That will do it on the power play. So the Icemen with a golden opportunity in the early going. They looked good on the power play, but they did not get results. And now it's Orlando moving in on the forecheck. The Icemen trying to move the puck away from a double team. They'll swing it ahead, and Sanchez will back backhanded out to center ice. 15-18 to go in the first period. We are scoreless. Jacksonville has the puck behind their own net. Tapping it ahead, Joey sides for Zach Berzola. The defenseman leads the charge. He'll backhand it behind the net of Brad Barone. Comes around to the right side. Sanchez throws it into the high slot. Sides with a shot. Save made by Barone. Rebound is loose. Right at the goal line, and it's swept away by Orlando by a defenseman, keeping it out of the net. The Icemen is still with possession. Heavy pressure from Jacksonville. Berzola swings it through the paint, but nobody is there. And finally, it's the Solar Bears back into the zone. Fellaber loses it to Sides. Sides chips it up the wall. Sanchez gets a piece of it, but the Solar Bears steal and get the turnover deep in the Jacksonville zone. Turnaround shot goes off the side of the net. Comes for Joey Sides. To the left for Austin McEnany. He'll chip it off glass and out, trying to catch Aaron Nazarian. Nazarian one-on-one, looking to go on the outside. Got a shot away. And Barone makes a right pad save. Jacksonville is peppering the Orlando net right now as we have a delayed offside against the Solar Bears. That allows the Icemen plenty of time and space. They will take possession. It's Austin McEnany looking to deflect it for Martin. Loose in the neutral zone. Howarchuk will redirect in. Barone out of his net, gives it up in the corner. Gerdukas couldn't control the puck. Howarchuk at the blue line, great play to hold it in. Moves it in front to Gerdukas with a save made by Barone on the redirect. It has been all Brad Barone in this game to keep this one 0-0. Icemen hold it in the zone. Rister from the blue line goes wide. Held in by Evingson, redirecting it towards net. It never reached there. Evingson again. Rister goes up high over the crossbar. Howarchuk tries to knock it free. Langan on his backhand will drop it down low. And Luke McGinnis finally will fire it up the right side. It goes high into the air, over the glass, and out of play. Furious pace to start this one. It has been all Jacksonville, but we remain 0-0 with 13:27 to go in period number 1. Back in a moment. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 34th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2022 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Flow Sports, the exclusive streaming provider of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; My Grey Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Sideline Swap, official online marketplace of the ECHL; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL and title sponsor of the 2022 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
We are back. It is 0-0 between the Jacksonville Icemen and Orlando Solar Bears. Arlie Johnson now joined by Alex Reed, who is back from being on assignment somewhere deep in the bowels of the Veterans Memorial Arena.
That I was. Always working. There's always something that has to be done, especially for the home games.
It is never ending for you, Reader.
When I go on the road, somebody else does all that stuff, so I don't have to do it. When I'm at home, I got a few things I got to tend to at times.
More than at times.
Yeah.
Well, it is a pleasure to have you back here in the booth. And we are looking to see who ends up getting the first goal of the game and who draws first blood. It has been all Icemen. On the board, it shows a 6-1 shot advantage. I actually wonder if it's more like 9 or 10. Solar Bears with it at their own blue line. Stick handling away from a man is Tufto. Got it by Joey Sides, playing it deep into the Jacksonville end, but the Icemen are first on the puck, and a clean break out of their zone. Aaron Nazarian, so good to see him back in an Icemen uniform after a good stint in the American Hockey League with the Rochester Americans. 2 goals and a helper in 9 games. Solar Bears clear out. This is going to be icing against Orlando. As the puck goes to the right side of Jacksonville netminder Charles Williams, 3rd in the league in goals against average, Reader, with a 2.16 goals against, and he was brilliant on Friday night in Utah to help the Icemen to the victory.
Yeah, he really was, and he wasn't even expected to start that game. He found out just shortly before the warm-up that he was going to be getting the start, and Tyler Wall could not go, and so they said, Willie, you're going to get the start here, and he was ready to go when called upon, and he was outstanding again. Even in the loss 3-0 in Idaho on that trip, he was just as good. Some of those goals you really couldn't fault him. They were all second chance opportunities. Iceman not cleaning up rebounds on the backside. So he was poised. He was seeing the puck well the entire trip. And again, those numbers don't surprise me at all. He's been consistent.
It's the Icemen this time that clear out of the zone. That was going to be icing, but Barone played the puck instead. A curious decision there. Orlando does have possession. They'll skate into the Jacksonville zone, but it's not as if they were catching Jacksonville on a line change or anything like that. I think it was just Barone just kind of ad-libbing there.
And maybe seen a little bit of power play already. Maybe he was thinking he was in power play mode for a minute. Just wanted to help with the clear maybe. But you're right, Arlie. It was a little surprising to see him go out there.
Orlando now with some pressure on the offensive zone. They get the turnover and keep it in. It is Langen. Into the left corner for Tyler Bird. At the blue line now it's McGinnis. Shot is blocked. Bird can't find the puck. Now he does before Aaron Azarian could. And the Solar Bears keep the pressure on. Centering feed, Bird. Oh, what a great back check by Howarchuk on the play. Just moving in, not allowing the shot. And now the Icemen will break out. They've got a 4-on-2 if they hustle. Left side, it's Howarchuk over the blue line. Tries to find Sean Giles, who had come all the way in to create some pressure, but the Solar Bears knocked it away and got the steal. And the puck goes to the Jacksonville blue line. Craig Martin will knock it free into the neutral zone. And Jacksonville ends up with possession. Zach Berzola spinning away from a man. He'll drop it behind his own net for Kyle McKenzie. McKenzie wing to wing for Martin. Martin double teamed. He'll just tap it up the left side. Gerdukis finds Berzola 2-on-1 with Harris. Harris couldn't get the shot away. He'll have to turn at the blue line. Holding it in. Now a turnover, and Orlando gets a piece of it. Harris actually did a pretty good job not to allow a transition odd man rush, and now it's Harris with an offensive opportunity. Barone, another big save and no rebound. Brendan Harris with a quick release. We saw it at the last home game when he had the game-winning goal in a 1-0 overtime victory over South Carolina, and he was looking for his second one on home ice there.
Yeah, and he had the game-winning goal credited to him in the game on Friday against Utah there. Got that third goal that ended up being the eventual game winner in a 4-2 win, but you're right. He's got a good quick release there. And I was just going to make a note that the Icemen doing too much passing. They're trying to force some passes when maybe they could take it in. Then Gerdukis makes a little behind-the-back pass. I'm like, but he got it there. And Harris did an excellent job getting it on goal there. But Barone very poised here in the early going. And we saw Barone playing this way there in the All-Star Classic, Arlie, back on January 17th. It seemed like every goalie that night was on point there. And I guess that's why they were All-Stars.
I suppose so. Now it's Charles Williams, who was not an All-Star, but could have been. He was a Jacksonville All-Star, but the whole team was an All-Star that night.
Yeah.
He just wasn't here. He was in the American Hockey League at the time. It would have been nice to have him get the opportunity. Now it's Williams who makes a save on the play. Routine save into the midsection. He'll take the face-off. We'll take a break in the action. We've got 9:58 to go in period number 1. It's all Jacksonville, but we are still scoreless. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL. We are back, face-off in the Jacksonville zone. The Icemen coming off a 2-4 road trip. That might not sound like it's that great, but when you consider it was 0-4 and they finished with a pair of victories at first place Utah, the Icemen probably feel like that was a successful road trip, I would imagine.
Yeah, it felt that way coming back home. I mean, the guys knew that they played well. They knew they played well in Idaho. Just that game really came down to a 5-minute span when Idaho scored all 3 of their goals. And then Jacksonville just playing 2 gritty, sound games against probably the fastest team they've seen all season in the Utah Grizzlies. And they kind of came home feeling as if the trip was a success and that they kind of got back into their stride.
Also that they got some of their bodies back from the American Hockey League too. Although we are not seeing Jake Elmer tonight. He's on the shelf this evening. But Aaron Nazarian is back in the fold, as is James Sanchez. Of course, Charles Williams, who is in the American Hockey League, and the man with the puck right now, which is Zach Berzola. Berzola moves it cross ice. McKenzie drives it off the boards. It's going to be Orlando with a turnover in the zone, trying to get a centering feed away into the top of the blue paint, and Williams is going to be able to cover it up right at the short side post. Orlando has recovered nicely from those 2 penalties that they committed early on in the game, giving the Icemen a 5-on-3 for 48 seconds. It's all because of Brad Barone.
Yeah.
And that's the sole reason why we are 0-0. But now credit Orlando. They're playing pretty good hockey too. They've won 2 in a row, and both of those games were against the Florida Everblades. So they're playing with some pretty good confidence themselves.
No, they really are. I mean, both teams coming off a pair of big wins against very good teams. As you mentioned, Orlando against Florida. That was some big wins there to get them up in the top 4 and get them right there in the mix. And helping the Icemen out as well in that regard. As Jacksonville wants to maintain the top spot in the division. But you're right, they're playing well. And again, in facing that adversity early in the game, having to kill off the 5-on-3, that was a great chance for the Icemen to get some momentum early and grab a lead. But they survived it. And I think Orlando's calmed down right now and starting to get some cracks in, some opportunities here in the offensive zone.
Orlando is also very short-handed from a blue line perspective as the Icemen play it up the left side and out of the zone. Aerial pass intended for Martin. Couldn't put it on his blade. The Icemen get it back after Orlando plays into the zone of Jacksonville. Now it's the Icemen playing it. Brad Barone stick handling it himself, and he'll start the rush up ahead, only to give it up to Jacksonville at center ice. It's Abbott Gerdukis forehanding it in. Gareffa takes a hit from Craig Martin. Joe Gareffa, by the way, typically a forward, but he appears to be playing defense tonight. Orlando very short-handed at the blue line, as I said. Only 4 defensemen, or at least who would be traditional defensemen. So I think Gareffa is playing D as a 5th defenseman for Orlando.
He is, yeah.
We'll see if the Icemen can capitalize on that.
Yeah, that was part of the plan there. They just had a little bit of a rat. We talked about those wins they had. They lost 2 defensemen. They got another one not quite ready to get back. So you're right, Arlie. Just as you said, Orlando's down to 4 natural defensemen. Gareffa is going to drop back and play that 5th defenseman here today. And might get some shifts as a forward. That's his natural position, but he's dropping back for the most part.
Solar Bears in the Jacksonville end. Luke McGinnis from the blue line plays it down low for Tyler Bird. Bird intended for transit. He knocks one off the side of the net. Langen spins away from McEnany. McEnany got a piece of it, but not enough to clear it out. And a good save there by Williams with the blocker on a shot from distance, but with some traffic in front. Icemen hemmed in their own zone right now. Mikulchuk takes the body. Williams makes a save from a sharp angle. Rebound held in by the Solar Bears. Great play by McEnany. Just got his blade of the stick on it as Langen was about to pull the trigger from the low slot.
Yeah, just good stick work there. Just a little poke, just enough to break up the play and not allow Langen to get that chance there. And he's had the hot stick too a little bit here as of late.
Great touch pass from the Icemen. 2-on-1. Sanchez centering feed. Sides couldn't redirect it. It was just out of his reach. What a great touch pass that was. I think it was Nazarian that sent Sanchez on his way on that 2-on-1. Now it's Barone trying to clear. Pinching in from the blue line is Berzola with the help of Nazarian. They have it at the blue line. Sanchez will rim it around and we'll try the opposite wing. Kevin Lohan with McKenzie stepping up. The traditional blue line defenseman keeps the puck in the zone. McGinnis now is going to slam it around the wall. That goes by everybody, but no icing because Orlando is going to be on the puck first. Williams lets it go for James Sanchez, and the Icemen break through the neutral zone. It is Sean Giles. Gains the red line before backhanding it in. Barone stepping out of his crease to freeze it, and he thinks better of feeding it to a defender. He'll just take the face off. The Icemen look very talented right now back up front, kind of like what we were seeing in November, December, before the next wave of the pandemic really hit the National Hockey League. Now the taxi squads are mostly gone, and the Icemen still have a couple of defenders up in the American Hockey League, but up front, they are looking pretty talented.
Yeah, they really are. And Arlie, when you looked at some of the losses the Icemen had in recent weeks, they had some of the players that they called up from the SPHL that, to try to come in and fill those voids. And, it really, they had some good scoring chances, but couldn't really finish them off. And, I think that's where in those situations the Icemen really missed those guys that were called up at the time, because those might have been some chances that went in. And don't get me wrong, the guys like Ford, Neudecker, Sacco, all these guys that have come in, they've played very well and stepped up in those roles, but they're still adjusting as well and getting acclimated here to this league.
So hopefully the Icemen have a little bit more of a finishing touch to bury some chances, although through the first 14 minutes tonight, that has not risen to the top. And as we were talking, the Icemen called for a penalty. I believe it was a hooking call. It was definitely to Ben Howarchuk, and that sends the Solar Bears on a power play. I actually think it was a good penalty for Howarchuk to take, as the Solar Bears were bearing down on a 2-on-1. Howarchuk did not allow the opportunity on that 2-on-1. Now it's the Solar Bears where the centering feed comes all the way up high. Tufto loses the handle, but the Solar Bears get it right back. Langen at the right face-off circle. Now he loses the handle at the blue line. Martin got a piece of it, but not enough to clear. The Solar Bears in tight, centering feed. One too many passes from Orlando, and they never got a shot away. I think it was Tufto who had the opportunity to bury it, but he ended up going pass instead, and I think he really did the Icemen a favor.
Yeah, he definitely did. He had a wide open, good shooting lane down low, so decided for the extra pass. The Icemen were there to break it up.
Berzola takes the body, but the Solar Bears keep the puck. Pass to the blue line, however, and nobody was there. Comes all the way back into the Solar Bear end, and the Icemen get a much-needed line change. Solar Bears on the power play, 13th overall in the league, 19.4%. The Icemen penalty kill has been brilliant all year, and they are the #1 team in the ECHL right now on the penalty kill at 86.3%. The Icemen trying to clear the puck as we speak. They are unable to do so. Solar Bears steal it. They'll rim it around all the way to the left point, and again, nobody was at the left point, and it comes out to center ice, where Andrew McLean will have to track it down. 38 seconds to go on the power play for the Solar Bears. It is Joe Gareffa. A lot of speed. Made a move at the blue line, and it's picked off by Jacksonville. Shorthanded bid here. Gerdukas with Martin. They crisscross. Martin with a one-timer, and it goes wide to the glove side. Comes all the way to the neutral zone, and the Solar Bears are first on the puck. Gareffa is onside. Knocks it to the right for Tyler Bird. Sharp angle shot. Save is made. Rebound goes wide. Comes to the far side corner. Evingson tries to clear. Can't do it. Solar Bears hold into the zone. Still 5 seconds to go on the power play. Wrister from the circle from McGinnis. Block. Penalty coming. This is on the Icemen. Just as Howarchuk comes out of the penalty box, another man for Jacksonville, Croy Evingson, will go into the box. So Orlando effectively is going to have a 4-minute power play here. We will take a break and come back in a moment. It's 0-0. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Fans, when you're feeling the freeze, you can grab your Icemen gear at the Icemen Team Shop. Just visit jacksonvilleicemen.com/merch to visit our online store. You can purchase Icemen team jerseys, t-shirts, hats, pucks, kids gear, and much more. If you're at the game, you can also stop by our merchandise kiosk located in the arena concourse. If you're located out of town but want to show your support for the Icemen from afar, shipping options are available. So visit jacksonvilleicemen.com/merch to get your Icemen swag today. Second power play in succession for the Orlando Solar Bears. Croy Evingson in the box for cross-checking. One good thing that came out of this is that the Icemen got a media timeout out of that. There's still been 1 second left on the power play to Howarchuk, they would not have gone to the media timeout there. So a chance to regroup, get some rest, and get your #1 penalty kill out there.
Yeah, and that's what they were, I think Orlando was arguing in the during the media timeout. I saw them go over to the official. Captain Lehman was like pointing up like, hey, you gotta, maybe we get 1 more second here. And you might say, well, it's only 1 more second, but it's an offensive zone draw. Who knows?
Puck goes into the Solar Bear zone. The Icemen have Ben Howarchuk as a penalty killer now. He was in the penalty box just a moment ago. Paired with him, Derek Lodermeyer. The Blue Liners are Zach Berzola and Kyle McKenzie. Orlando takes it into the zone. What a crunching hit there from Zach Berzola, separating Tufto from his stick. Solar Bears keep it in for the moment. Bouncing puck belongs to Jacksonville. McKenzie spins away from one man, but he is double teamed, still knocks it free, and Lodermeyer with a deft play, knocking it from his forehand to his backhand to clear it out. He knew he couldn't do it on the forehand side, but he found an opening and was able to get it into Orlando's end. Solar Bears right back into the zone. Langen loses it to Berzola. Berzola will clear it the length of the ice. And this is a good-looking kill here for the Icemen. Still 1:05 to go on the power play for the Solar Bears. Michael Brodzinski feeds it for Tufto. Tufto sent down by the Syracuse Crunch of the American Hockey League. The Solar Bears are affiliated with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Orlando deep behind the Jacksonville net. They are on the puck. Langen with a centering feed. Knocked away. It comes to the far side boards. Held in by McLean. He'll rim it around. Comes all the way to Tufto at the near side wall. Tufto with a touch feed. Bird to the blue line for McLean. Langen at the top of the right circle. Bouncing puck, but he does get it to McLean. Langen gets it back at the right circle. Langen's pass goes off a skate. He comes right back to him. 26 seconds to go on the power play. The Icemen look for a steal. They will get it. Gerdukas unable to clear. The Solar Bears get it back. McLean at the blue line to the right side. Tufto with a drive and a score. Odin Tufto with the goal on the power play. The Icemen did such a great job on that power play for Orlando until the absolute last moment. And Tufto with a shot from the left faceoff circle that goes under the glove of Charles Williams. 2:28 to go in period number 1, and it's the Solar Bears on the board, 1-0.
Yeah, it's frustrating there because the Icemen had an opportunity to get the puck out over there on the far side board. So they had a chance, they had it possession, but they just could not get the clear. It was held in. They worked it across to Tufto, and then he blasted it home for the go-ahead marker and to break up the scoreless tie here in this first period.
McLean and Langen will assist at 17:32. And the Icemen trailing by 1 here at home. They have not trailed that often at home as of late. And when they have, they've done a great job coming back and winning the game anyway. And now it's the Icemen with the body in the Orlando zone. Good hit by McCulchuk, but the Solar Bears are able to clear it to center. And it comes behind the Jacksonville net now. Here come the Icemen breaking out of their end easily. Wing-to-wing pass well in front of Brendan Harris. And the Solar Bears pick it up. Good edge work there from Joe Gareffa to get the puck back to the Jacksonville blue line. It's Berzola. Seems like he's playing with a lot of confidence right now. Berzola, the defenseman, into the offensive zone. McInnes sweeps it away from him. Neudecker at the blue line covering there for Berzola. He's able to hold the zone. Lodermeyer on the far side wall. Knocked away by the Solar Bears. McInnes plays it up the wall. Transit can't clear it away. Verobe will hold it in, moving it to an open wing for Lodermeyer. He'll throw it through the crease, nobody home. Verobe gets a piece of it, he'll hold it in again. Left circle, it is Lodermeyer. Looks for a man in the slot. Neudecker had it go behind him. Solar Bears get it on the backhand. Towards the blue line, again held in. Barone forced to make a stick save, goes off the high glass. Orlando plays it up the wall. Transit again cannot clear it. Excellent pressure here from Jacksonville. Lodermeyer centering feed, broken up there by McInnes. That was a great play defensively. And Orlando finally gets to center ice and clears out. Excellent shift there, I think, from Pavel Verobe there. Kept the puck in at the blue line on more than a couple of occasions. And then looked for that setup at the closing moments there. Jacksonville right back in the offensive zone, but a shot is blocked. It comes up high for Langen. Langen by himself, defended by Giles. Langen waits for a trailer. Never could find one. It goes behind the net instead. Giles takes the body with 25 seconds to go in the period. Icemen come away with the puck. One last rush for Jacksonville in the first period. It's Gerdukas to the right side for Nazarian. Onside, into the slot. Wrister from McEnany just goes wide on the play. What a setup, and it's a breakaway for Orlando. All by himself, Failhaber. Save made by Williams. He just got enough with the blocker. That is a huge save, keeping this at 1-0 as we head to the break. As Failhaber had the chance in the final 10 seconds, the Icemen were too concerned about their own offensive opportunity, and they really got caught on the opposite side. And I think Williams got just enough, either with the blocker, maybe with the paddle of his stick, to keep that puck out.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. And I think right there, Giles was the player that was supposed to get back. And I think he lost an edge there, and so he couldn't get back in time, and it led to that breakaway chance. He was probably in position where he could have at least cut off an angle, but again, just an unfortunate little slip there, and led to a great opportunity. But you know what? They got a good goaltender back there. Charles Williams coming up with the big save there, and he kept it out. And the Icemen only trail by 1 because it very well could have been 2. And talk about what a momentum swing that would have been for Orlando heading into the locker room had they scored on that opportunity.
No question about it. So the Orlando Solar Bears do have the lead at 1-0, but it could have been worse without question. So the Icemen will take it, I suppose, try and talk it up, coach things up, and head into the locker room and look for a better effort in the second period. It was a great start for Jacksonville. The first 6 or 7 minutes was all Icemen. They had a couple of power plays, including a 5-on-3. They were out shooting Orlando 6-1 at one point.
Yeah.
But after that, they only had 2 shots on goal the rest of the way. Well, total shots on goal in the first period ended up being dead even at 8 apiece. We will go to break and return in just a moment. Our first intermission guest, Jacksonville Icemen defenseman Kyle McKenzie, always has something to say. He is a
Yes,
treat to be with.
Oh, yeah.
So Kyle McKenzie will be joining us next. It is 1-0 Solar Bears after 1 period of play. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 34th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Fair & Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2022 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Flow Sports, the exclusive streaming provider of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; My Grey Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Sideline Swap, official online marketplace of the ECHL; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL and title sponsor of the 2022 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Just be positive. Your Community First Mortgage champions make sure you get a great rate, a quick close, and can save you about $3,000 in closing costs. Apply at communityfirstfl.org. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park are open and excited to bring you the best in poker, simulcast wagering, cocktails, sushi, and more. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. Best Bet. Experience the best.
Just be in control. With free interest checking and great digital tools, Community First makes smarter banking simple. Add an account at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA.
We're between periods between the Jacksonville Icemen and Orlando Solar Bears. Arlie Johnson joined by Icemen defenseman Kyle McKenzie. Kyle, 6-game road trip now complete. Not the start that you wanted, but man, what a finish with a weekend in Utah and getting 4 points against a very good team, the leaders of the mountain. Talk to me about, I guess, how the trip started and how the flourish kind of kicked off and how you feel now based on how the road trip ended.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Arlie, it was a slow start, but to get those last 2 wins against Utah was huge for the group, the morale of the group. We've been through a bit of a tough stretch the past 6 weeks or so, and that was really good to get those 4 points at the end of the road trip.
What was the message, not just from the coaching staff, but maybe amongst each other as each game was going along? Was it just stick with it? Was there, I got to think there was some down times and maybe some doubt, at least a little bit at the beginning of it. But talk to me about, what was going on in the locker room, how to keep everybody upbeat through that.
Oh, definitely. Like it was ups and downs there, but we kind of went back to earlier on in the season when we went through that 6-game skid. And the message then was stick with it, and the message now was stick with it. The goals will come as long as we keep playing our systems and playing for each other. And it's been working so far. And
I know this is a pretty tight group to begin with, but I actually think that road trip maybe could not have come at a better time to keep yourselves galvanized through a tough stretch, not only on the ice but off the ice as well. That it maybe was, maybe almost just what the doctor ordered, especially considering how things ended.
Yeah, definitely. Just having, and then now starting to get some players back. It's great seeing some familiar faces back around the room, and like you said, we're a really, really close team here. Love playing for each other, and even when those guys are up, you're rooting for them. You want them to stay up and do well, and just welcome them back with open arms, and it's how it always is here. So.
How much of a boost is it? Not only just from an individual level. I mean, is it talked about in the room? Hey, Naz is coming back. Hey, Elms is coming back. I mean, how much of a conversation point is that?
It's there, but at the same time, you'll hear they're coming back, and then the next day something happens, and they end up staying up there for another week or so. So, you're not really 100% sure they're coming, but it's always great when they actually do get back to Jacksonville. It's nice to see them. So.
And now you've got finally a game back at home, first time in 2.5 weeks. A lot of the guys back, as you said, not all of them, but a lot of them. I've heard time and again from players over the years that the first home game back after a road trip is very difficult, very tough to get 2 points. Why is that, and how do you combat that?
I think it's a little bit tough because, like you said, you're on the road, you're playing a different style of game. So everything's kind of happening a little bit quicker. Once you get home, you got to adjust to the quickness. Some guys, we get the jitters in front of the home crowd, and there'd be something wrong if you didn't have those. But the boys are excited to finally be back home in front of our home crowd and best fans in the East Coast Hockey League. So. All
right, we appreciate it, Kyle. Best of luck. Enjoy the moment and enjoy the momentum that the crowd's going to give you tonight too.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. There's Kyle McKenzie with us between periods. We'll come back in just a moment. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on Mixlr and on flowhockey.tv.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksicemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
Hi, everyone. This is Allie McDeal from the Best Bet Poker Rooms. Experience the popular Vegas-style game, Fortune Pai Gow Poker. Both locations are now playing Face-Up Pai Gow. It's more fun to play than ever. You could win up to $25,000 on a single $5 bet. Come play at either Best Bet location today.
The Jacksonville Icemen are always looking to give back to the communities of North Florida. The team offers a ticket fundraising program that many local nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations can take advantage of. The program is simple. Your organization sells tickets to an Icemen home game, and a portion of each ticket purchase will go directly to your cause. This is a fun and easy way to raise money and gain exposure for your organization or school. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or log on to jacksiceman.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Iceman action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training, and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL. Fans, when you're feeling the freeze, you can grab your Icemen gear at the Icemen Team Shop. Just visit JacksonvilleIcemen.com/merch to visit our online store. You can purchase Icemen team jerseys, t-shirts, hats, pucks, kids gear, and much more. If you're at the game, you can also stop by our merchandise kiosk located in the arena concourse. If you're located out of town but want to show your support for the Icemen from afar, shipping options are available. So visit JacksonvilleIcemen.com/merch to get your Icemen swag today.
Just be confident. Community First makes smarter banking simple so you can relax, knowing you're managing your money the right way, yours. Visit justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA.
And welcome back to the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson with you on flowhockey.tv and, of course, on Mixlr. Thank you so much for being a part of our broadcast tonight, and we hope you stick around all the way to the end. It is 1-0 right now. We are after one period of play, and the Orlando Solar Bears have the advantage over the Jacksonville Icemen. Jacksonville on home ice has been excellent as of late, but they are trailing after one here to Orlando, who's playing some pretty good hockey of their own. Quickly, let's go to the ECHL scoreboard. One game of major importance to the Jacksonville Icemen as the Atlanta Gladiators are in action tonight. Atlanta and Jacksonville currently both with 51 points in the standings in the South Division. The big difference there, however, Atlanta has played 43 games. Jacksonville has played only 40, so the Icemen have 3 games in hand over Atlanta right now. Atlanta at the Cincinnati Cyclones tonight, so the Gladiators have a pretty interesting week ahead of them as they've got 3 road games, all against Central Division opponents. This week, Atlanta is at Cincinnati tonight, and over the weekend, they will play at the Wheeling Nailers and then at the first place Toledo Walleye. So hopefully the Central Division can do some damage to Atlanta and really help out the Icemen and the rest of the South Division. In the early going tonight, however, that is not the case. The Gladiators, just 8 minutes into the game, already have a lead 1-0 at Cincinnati. But we will, of course, keep you up to date on that one as this one moves along. There is one other game involving South Division teams tonight. It's down at the bottom of the standings where the Greenville Swamp Rabbits are hosting the Norfolk Admirals. It is 1-1 between those two clubs after one period of play. Elsewhere around the league, it's actually a pretty heavy slate considering it's a Wednesday night. We've got 9 total games around the league. One of them has already gone final. The Newfoundland Growlers, who have really been struggling as of late, actually. Newfoundland has only won 2 of their last 10 games before tonight. But tonight, they righted the ship. 5-0, a shutout victory at home over the Maine Mariners. Elsewhere around the league, the Wheeling Nailers, 1-0. They have the lead on the road at Kalamazoo against the K-Wings. It's the Indy Fuel and Fort Wayne Comets scoreless midway through the first period. And the other games, none of which have started yet. The Iowa Heartlanders are hosting the Utah Grizzlies. It's the Kansas City Mavericks at the Allen Americans. And finally, the Idaho Steelheads are hosting the Tulsa Oilers. Again, for the Icemen, their first home game in 2.5 weeks. They have not played at home since January the 22nd. They also are right back on the road after tonight as well. The Icemen will hit the road tomorrow, literally. Not for a game tomorrow, but they will be traveling tomorrow. The Icemen getting ready for a home-and-home series with the Greenville Swamp Rabbits this weekend. They'll play at Greenville on Friday night. Alex Reed, of course, will have the call of that one. But the two clubs will return here for a game on Saturday evening. It will be Jacksonville hosting the Swamp Rabbits on Saturday night. Game time set for 7 p.m. for that one. The Icemen then have a couple of road games next week. Big ones, too, at the Florida Everblades on Wednesday, at the Orlando Solar Bears on Thursday. After that, however, the Icemen have a long stretch of home games. So Jacksonville looking to just kind of tread water, maybe isn't the right word, but you want to make sure you're not losing any ground when you're playing all these road games. The Icemen, while they were only 2-4 on the road, they really didn't lose much ground in the standings either. They did maybe lose a couple of points to Atlanta, who's playing fantastic right now. But they're still step for step with Florida and with Atlanta, and they're still ahead of Orlando by a few points as well. So if they can tread water for just a few more games, going to next weekend's or next week's road games at Florida and at Orlando, from there it is a ton of home games for Jacksonville. Let me see if I can do some very quick math here. It's a 7-game homestand starting on the 20th of February. And then they've got another 5-game homestand. I believe it is 14 out of 16 games at home for the Icemen starting on the 20th of February when they host the South Carolina Stingrays. And I know that game is going to be quite the intense affair as we bring in Alex Reed once again. And Reeder, let's talk about that first period. And actually, I talked about it with Kyle McKenzie about the first home game back from a long road trip. I don't know why, but it always seems to be very difficult to play a great game. And the Icemen, maybe they played the great 6 or 7 minutes, but after that, it was advantage Orlando, and they're the ones with the lead.
Yeah, you know, you're right. It always seems to be tough to get back in that rhythm. I don't know what it is. Maybe you know, subconsciously you're thinking, oh, well, it's going to be easier because we are at home, and then you find out, oh, no, we got to get back. We got to get the tendencies of the arena here and kind of get back in our swagger. You're right, though. It always kind of seems to be a little bit of a setback there early, but again, the Icemen lately, they've been surrendering some goals here. I know last couple of games they scored the first goal, but they would go into the period tied. But they faced these situations before. We've talked about it. This is something they can handle here. They just need to get back to playing the game they've been playing, and it's gotten them the last 2 wins.
Well, the Icemen get possession in the offensive zone as we resume play. Second period is now underway. Rimming it around, coming to Troy Evingston, who took a big hit to keep the puck in the zone. Back at the blue line, Solar Bears flip it out. And a foot race for the puck. Ricci could not get it away from Verobe. Verobe paired with Troy Evingston. That's a good physical tandem there between those two as Evingston feeds it to the left wing side for Brendan Harris. Harris also takes a hit as he clears in. Got toppled on the play by Brodzinski. Now it's Brodzinski with the puck, backhanding it for Tyler Bird. Bird moves it cross ice for Langen, who knocked it out of midair, and he feeds Transit, who gets bumped off the play by Zach Berzola. Solar Bears get it back at the blue line. In control is McGinnis. Save is made by Williams. Didn't handle it cleanly, though. Solar Bears get it back. Rister is blocked, and it trickles over the blue line and out of the zone. Craig Martin got that block with the leg. Solar Bears back in the neutral zone. Here comes Transit, defended by Berzola. Glove save made by Williams. That was a confident-looking save, and he will hold on to this one and take the draw to his right.
There's a quick rush into the zone. Transit getting that shot off there. Good quick release. I thought he was kind of rolling on him. He still got the shot. And then Williams coming up with a big save there to kind of get settled into the period. And you're just watching him in his last few starts, Harley, since coming back down. He's seeing the puck so well. He has not allowed a lot of second chance opportunities, and he's just been great. You know, usually the first save is all he's needed here, and it's been very poised. And you know, we've seen that out of him. It doesn't come at any surprise here, but you know, you wondered how, you know, for a guy coming back down, how it was going to work out for him after playing at the next level. And he came right in and he settled back in quickly.
Yeah, a lot of these guys have for the Icemen, and again, so happy to see these guys getting these opportunities.
Yeah.
You know, and regardless of the why they got the opportunities, you know, with the taxi squads and everything else, I don't even want to focus on that part of it. They got the opportunities. They looked good. Coaching staffs in the American Hockey League, they all had glowing remarks for Nick Luco and Brandon Maschinter, the assistant coach for the Icemen, telling them just keep working at your craft, and they will get that opportunity again, I imagine, at some point. Sooner rather than later, perhaps, for some of them. Back to play. Solar Bears with the puck in the offensive end. A drive by McGinnis goes wide, comes high up the left wing side. Nazarian looks to feed sides, but it was blocked. Nazarian gets it back, and he'll forehand it over the blue line and into the Solar Bear zone. Transit got spilled on the play, but Orlando still with possession. It's McGinnis for Langen. Langen couldn't play it in deep, but Tyler Bird gets a handle to it. Offside, however, will be called. Austin McEnany stepped in, and he threw the timing off. That's what created that stoppage. Just over 2 minutes gone by in the second period. The Icemen trailing by 1-0. A power play goal from Odin Tufto. It was third goal of the season. It's the Icemen's first look at Tufto, but he's got 10 points in 8 games for the Solar Bears going into this one tonight. So 11 points now for Tufto. Obviously a very talented offensive player. And here come the Solar Bears, 2-on-1, and Tufto is involved in a goal from Orlando. It's going to come from the left side this time, Ty Fellhaber, and a 2-0 lead for the Solar Bears early in the second period. And the Icemen, they've been down this road a few times before, trailing by a pair. Well, they'll have to do it again and see if they can get what I believe would be their 5th victory of the year, trailing by multiple goals.
Yeah, they've done it before. That's one Williams would like to have back. I was just, you know, pumping his tires there a little bit, saying, you know, how well he was. And again, he's been that without question. He got a piece of that one. The puck, though, just had some eyes. It just got through underneath the leg pad in the 5-hole there and trickled across. But that was just kind of a low shot there. Just didn't have it completely closed off, and they were able to take advantage. And you're right, the Icemen find themselves that situation that they've seen so many times so far this year, and they've been able to rally. They're going to be asked to do it again here as they now trail 2-0.
Jacksonville gets the puck into the offensive zone. What a huge hit by Vlad Mikulchuk on Orlando's captain, Kevin Lohan. But the Solar Bears do get the clear, and they'll play it back behind the Jacksonville end. Harris tries to clear the zone. It's held in at the blue line by Orlando. Tufto on it, playing it down low. Solar Bears on it once more. Tried to feed it up high. Harris got a piece of it. Held in this time by Nick Boca. And the Solar Bears in control. It's Failhaber, closes in, moves it just over the crossbar. Williams, or maybe Harris, actually defensively, I think might have gotten a piece of it with his stick. But the Solar Bears are playing pretty good right now, and you can tell they are gaining some momentum from their late goal in the first period and now the early one in the second period.
And now what they had in mind here, again, you know, long road trip, we talked about it, you're getting back home, and trust me, the guys were ready to come home, and you know, you come out, now you find yourself in a 2-0 hole. And I think the Icemen were hoping for a better response here in this period. They had a good start to the game. They had the power play. It didn't work out. Then it seemed like Orlando got their chances. They took the 1-0 lead. And then it's been really all Orlando here in the early going, Arlie. And Icemen have not really gotten anything going offensively here. And they've kind of been on their heels this period, but still plenty of time left. We're just a little bit more than 3 minutes in.
Jacksonville wins the faceoff in their zone, but they do not clear yet. McEnany will try the opposite wing, comes around the wall. Solar Bears again are on the puck. Puck into the left wing corner. Dylan Fitz on the backhand. Couldn't center it. It was blocked by Giles. Excellent done. Well done defensively there by Giles. Gerdukas comes around the back of his cage. Moves it off the wall for Howardchuk, deflecting it into the Orlando zone. Barone comes out of his crease to play it himself. Brodzinski just got it away from Ben Howardchuk, as Barone has been shaky a couple times with the goaltender stick trying to pass the puck. The first time he was a little shaky was in the first 10 seconds of the game, but the Icemen couldn't convert on it. Brodzinski with a shot that is blocked out to center by Jacksonville. Now it's Garefa on his backhand. Moving it cross ice, Brodzinski just got it away to center. The Icemen get the steal from there. It is Martin dropping it back into his own zone. Giles feeds it for McEnany. Cross ice look, connects with Howardchuk. He's onside, 2-on-1. Centering feed knocked away. Great play there. And then a huge hit by Martin as he took down Jackson Keene on the play, but it was Keene who made the great play defensively just before that. And now we have, I believe, an offside. Is an offside or icing? One or the other on Orlando.
Yeah, I didn't see there. They're going to talk about it right now. The Solar Bears bench, everyone jumped up and was yelling there. If it was an icing that they were concerned about, then they've got this one wrong, because Orlando was certainly on the play first, and it should have been waved off, unless they were calling the offside.
I think it was a long offside, is what I was thinking.
If it was the offside, then that would be different. But yeah, if it was an icing, though, they got it wrong here in this situation. But yeah, they're pretty confident they got it right, and then probably was the offside, and that would have brought the face-off down the other way here, too.
Icemen would really like to cut this deficit in half sooner rather than later. Offensive zone draw for Jacksonville. Solar Bears win it. They will skate out the right side, and they've got a 2-on-2 quickly developing. Tyler Bird going wide on McKenzie. Throws it towards goal, maybe even on goal, but Williams able to make the save, and here come the Icemen in transition. What a move by Sides. Moves it to the right side for McKenzie, who comes in deep, trying to feed it back for Sides behind the net. Solar Bears are on it, however, and McLean will move it off glass and out to the red line. McKenzie spins away from one man. Solar Bears are on him with a double team. Seems like Orlando's getting a couple of guys to forecheck on one guy, really double teaming on a play quickly as the Icemen get a steal to try to move it ahead. 2-on-2 for Jacksonville. It is Berzola. Could not set up Sides. Fans wanted a penalty call. Reader, I think you did as well. Yeah. But we will play on, and it's Orlando into the zone.
Interference. That's okay. They'll continue on.
Orlando got a pass towards net, but it was knocked away by James Sanchez. Solar Bears get it back. Garefa closing in all the way to the top of the circle. Wrist shot, score. It is 3-0 Orlando now. Joe Garefa had all day to walk in from the blue line. Nobody defended him. He came all the way from the blue line to inside the top of the right circle. There was traffic in front of Charles Williams, and Orlando now on top 3-0.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. I mean, they came out. They've been the better team in the second period. They came out and established themselves early. I mean, it has been completely all Orlando here in this second period. Jacksonville's had a difficult time to really get it going. And the Icemen, who are usually so good and responsible defensively, I mean, they went up against a Utah team who's a pretty high-scoring team. They're very fast and quick, kept them to the outside, but there's been a lot of shooting lanes. Orlando's penetrating. They're getting close. They're getting these opportunities. And it's a little surprising to see here the Icemen, because they're usually a bit more sound than that.
Icemen have been 3-0 against the Solar Bears on home ice this year, as a shot comes from Jacksonville. Lodermeyer from the left circle, but a stick save is made by Barone. Jacksonville keeps the play in the offensive end. It's McCallchuk into the near side wall. Solar Bears will try to reverse it, but Verobe is there to hold it in. Behind the net, it is McCallchuk to the high slot. Evingson with a shot towards net, but it was blocked by Garefa. Evingson gets it back for Lodermeyer. Lodermeyer into the slot. McCallchuk got hit from behind on the play. Icemen at the blue line. Do they keep it in? Yes. Shot is blocked on the play. Man got tripped up for Jacksonville, but no call there as the Solar Bears skate out with it 3-on-2. Tufto looking for a trailer on the play. He's got one. Failhaber with a wrister. That goes wide. That was dangerous for Orlando as well, as the Icemen get a blocked shot. It is Verobe up the left side, tried to find McCallchuk. It's going to be icing instead. And right now, Orlando is pouncing on everything that the Icemen are doing wrong in the defensive end. And they usually are not that team, but right now, the Solar Bears, I don't know if it's their forecheck that's working out well, but they are capitalizing on everything.
No, they really are, and you got it, and that's what you have to do. If you're playing the Icemen, you're not going to get a lot of these quality scoring chances. You got to convert on them, and there's not a lot of lanes, but they are converting here, and they've been able to take advantage. They've been very opportunistic here today. Jacksonville's got to find their stride here, and it's going to get tougher because now with Orlando with a 3-0 lead, they can kind of drop back, play a little bit more of a defensive scheme, which is going to make it even more difficult. Just seems as if the Icemen, they were trying to get some chances. You know, the shots are a little off balance. They're getting hit as they're taking them. That time and space isn't there. The Icemen are going to have to find a way to make that and get some shots in on Barone.
Yeah, looking for some adjustments on their breakouts right now, because as soon as the Icemen have a man touch the puck in their own zone, it seems like they have 2 Solar Bear players immediately on top of them, really forcing the issue and creating some bad passes along the way. And credit Orlando. And they look like a fast team themselves right now.
Yeah, they really have.
I know you've mentioned that Utah looked incredibly fast last week, but I don't recognize this Orlando team from the last time they were here.
I was just going to say, you know, when you think about it, there's a lot of new faces here. And, you know, this Orlando team probably a little quicker, as they definitely are quicker than the Orlando teams we've seen earlier in this year. So, again, it's a whole new cast of characters. It's been a while since we've played them.
Gerdukas with a shot that is blocked. Solar Bears get it back behind his own net is Luke McGinnis. Stick handles away from one forechecker, then nearly gave it up. Gerdukas, I don't know how he didn't steal that puck right in the slot. He would have been all alone. Orlando plays it into the zone instead. McKenzie behind his net avoids a big hit, but the Solar Bears again double teamed on that forecheck. That's been working every single time. Langen now with the steal, centering pass stolen by Gerdukas. He'll feed Martin, and the Icemen have it at their own blue line. It is McKenzie. He gives it up in the neutral zone this time. A turnover to Tyler Bird, forcing Williams to make a save. Rebound goes high into the air, comes free for the Solar Bears at the blue line. Transit gives it up, and the Icemen are going to be called for touching the puck with a high stick. And we will take a break with 12:17 to go in period number 2. The Solar Bears have extended their lead from 1-0 all the way to 3-0 right now. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. I guess we're going to keep it right here, Reader. I don't know where my spots went, but we'll just stick it out here. One thing I do want to mention for the Icemen, down 3-0, obviously not the situation they want to be in. First things first, with 12 minutes and change to go in the second period, win the remainder of this period. Somehow find a way to get yourself within 2. The point I want to make is more a third period point, and we actually touched on it in the first period, that Orlando's only playing with 4 defensemen. You find a way to keep them on their heels, maybe you can kind of catch them a little tired and see if you can capitalize at the tail end of the game.
Yeah, and there is something to that. I mean, the Icemen were playing really shorthanded on the back end for a little bit and having to play with 5 defensemen and sometimes 4 defensemen. So, you know, it can be a little difficult. And as we've talked about several times throughout the year, the third period typically belongs to the Icemen. They've outscored their opponents 37-21 in the third period this year.
Excellent point by you as well, as the Icemen very nearly did get on the board just a moment ago. Loose puck right at the top of the crease, with Barone well out of the crease, but Jacksonville couldn't put it home. The Icemen do keep it in the zone, however. Gerdukas with a one-timer blocked by the Solar Bears. That was a good chance from the high slot. Giles really slashing away at a man, and the Icemen keep it in the zone. It is Gerdukas again, away from one man, feeding Martin, couldn't get the backhander on goal. He'll take it behind the net, tried to bank it in, I think, but it got deflected into the corner. The Icemen with a good pushback right now. Gerdukas leaving it for... I thought he was trying to find Howardchuk. Giles pinches in, finds Martin. Martin's shot is blocked by Orlando. They will pitchfork it out of the zone. It goes all the way to the right side of Williams. Icing waved off as the Solar Bears get a line change. Giles tries to play it off the wall. Long lead fast. He finds the home run feed for Nazarian. Nazarian around one man, goes to his chance. Sanchez could not find the handle. He couldn't get the shot away. Nazarian does hold it in. Tries to kick it onto his skate. At the blue line, it's knocked away by the Solar Bears. Here comes Orlando. Over the blue line, they're going to say onside for Fellhaber, who looks like an excellent player, by the way. He'll play it behind the net. Solar Bears play it down low. Evingston, that was a nice turn to feed Nazarian on the left wing side, and the Jacksonville Icemen skate through center ice. Neudecker for Nazarian. Nazarian goes wide on his man into the left wing corner, trying to leave it for Bauer. Neudecker. Solar Bears steal. It is Tufto, stick handling out to center. 10:22 to go in the second period. Jacksonville trails 3-0 on home ice. It is Aaron Nazarian on the left wing. Out of his zone, breaks it free for Neudecker. He'll forehand in. Lodermeyer gives chase. Lohan took the body on him the whole way through. Surprised that wasn't an interference call either, as the Icemen get it back at their own blue line. McKenzie tries to tap it away. It goes off a stick over the glass and out of play with exactly 10 minutes to go. And we will take a break in the action. And I do have my commercials now with 10 minutes to go. Jacksonville down by 3. Back in a moment. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL. We are back in downtown Jacksonville, along with Alex Reed, Arlie Johnson with you. The Icemen have had 4 victories this year when trailing by a pair of goals. They have not won yet when trailing by 3. Perhaps tonight will be that night. We'll see.
Well, I felt in the last 2 shifts here, Arlie, the Icemen brought some energy, maybe a little bit of momentum. I mean, again, not a ton of chances, but you can tell there's a little bit of urgency out there right now, and the guys are trying to respond. They're trying to counter. It's definitely there. They got to find a way to pop one in and just get that off their back.
Orlando, however, breaks out of their own zone. It is Dylan Fitz. Tries to throw it for Gareffa. It's well in front of him. The Icemen try to catch Orlando in transition. They cannot. They do clear it to center ice, however, and they keep the puck as well. Harris will drive it into the zone. Barone will block it there for Joe Gareffa, who has a goal tonight. He's also playing defense tonight. Now he gives it up, a turnover. Martin cannot get around a man. Gareffa actually stood him up. No penalty called there. That was a clean play there by Joe Gareffa as the Icemen try to keep the puck in the zone at the blue line, and Sean Giles is able to do just that. It is Martin playing it for Gerduckis. Back to Martin. Slapper. Save is made by Barone. Got it with the blocker. Rebound comes up high. The Icemen keep it in. Wrist shot is blocked by Berzola. Now we'll trickle it towards Barone. He will cover it up and take the face-off. A one-timer from Craig Martin that Barone just got enough of with the blocker. And Brad Barone, again, looking sharp, even though he hasn't seen a whole lot of rubber since about the first 6 or 7 minutes of this game, but he was tested there.
Yeah, he was, and he was forced to make a big save. Again, the Icemen starting to have a little bit of life right now, and, you know, they're hoping it's not too little too late, but again, you know, it seems if the Icemen getting these jams here, you know, goals have been tough to come by a little bit when they get behind on right now. And here we are, we're inside the halfway point. Jacksonville still left off the board.
Icemen back in the offensive end. It is Sanchez trying to find Neudecker. Blocked by Orlando. The Icemen can't seem to make that one final pass tonight.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even say it's one extra pass. They just, you know, they just haven't been able to get that tic-tac-toe passing the way that they need it to go. That was the right pass decision there by Sanchez. Just well done by Orlando defensively. Solar Bears now in the offensive zone. Shot from distance in a screen. It got deflected wide. Neudecker tries to golf it ahead to himself, and he does just that. Starts a 3-man rush. Nazarian over the blue line. Left circle. Seam pass looking for Sanchez. It was too hot a pass, and Orlando clears it out. Nazarian may be used to the American Hockey League speed to get that pass across.
Yeah, there is an adjustment you got to make. You got to make him a little harder. He delivered, hit some zip on that one.
Mikulchuk off the post. What a move to go from backhand to forehand. He had Barone beat as he went across the grain with that shot, but he knocked it off the outside of the post, and the Icemen still off the scoreboard. Jacksonville back with it in their own zone, and they're going to get called for a delay of game here. Lodermeyer flipped it over the glass and out of play. This is going to be a penalty against the Icemen and Derek Lodermeyer in Orlando, already up by 3. Now a power play. This is a must kill for the Icemen.
Yeah, it really is. And the Icemen have done a great job here in the last few minutes trying to respond and generating a little bit of momentum. And Derek Lodermeyer, who's been one of the best players here in the last 3 or 4 games, he's got 3 goals in the last 4 games. He's been a plus player. And this time, just trying to snap it off the glass, get it out of the zone, got a little bit too much under it, went sailing over, and again, delay a game, the penalty here. Big kill here for the Icemen. They've already allowed 1 power play goal against here in this game.
Solar Bears do win the face-off. McEnany defends on Boca. McKenzie is in there as well, but the Solar Bears dig it free. They'll try the opposite wing. They'll rim it around. Does it go by Lang? And it does. 2-on-1 for the Icemen, shorthanded. Craig Martin, left wing side. Seam pass is blocked, and he tried to get it again, but couldn't get it to go. Martin does keep the puck in the offensive zone. Now we'll think better of it. Kill some time, but the Icemen would have much rather had the chance on goal than killing some time here.
And Arlie, that might be what the Icemen need to do here. They got 10 shorthanded goals on the year. They've been dangerous on the penalty kill in that regard. It might take something like that. And you almost saw it right there, 2-on-1, and it just got broken up by Orlando. The Icemen couldn't get a shot in on Barone to really test them.
Solar Bears now in the offensive end. They have the puck with Tristan Langen. Langen to the blue line for Michael Brodzinski. Cross ice it is Tufto at the left circle. He scored on the power play from exactly that spot. Now it's Langen from the right circle. Pad save is made. Rebound blocked. Great play by McEnany in front. Solar Bears still with it, however, to the blue line for Brodzinski. Wrister in a screen. Blocked in front. McEnany again got a piece of it. McEnany tries to clear it. Goes off a stanchion. Loose puck. Solar Bears have it. Langen moves it to the line for Brodzinski. Center point. Langen gets it back at the right circle. Brodzinski at the line. Cross ice, Tufto with a one-timer. Great save, but the rebound is banged home by Fellhaber, who is having himself quite a night. Power play goal for Orlando. It is 4-0 Solar Bears.
Yeah, it is. And, I saw something that I don't see typically out of the Icemen. A lot of chasing going on this penalty kill. Usually they're very much in their positions, and the guys were left open there. And, again, just a lot of chasing around. They just looked just for the team. Look, there's no doubt this penalty kill unit is pretty good. Obviously, they've been number 1 in the league for the last several weeks, but they've now allowed 2 power play goals against, and just seeing some things that I haven't seen here during this last couple of weeks. A lot of running around, some open guys, but a lot of that is credit to Orlando. They are moving the puck around. I mean, the passes are crisp. They're very efficient with everything they've done here tonight. And they've come in here and just really taken it to Jacksonville in all phases of this game. And right now they've earned this 4-0 lead.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a wake-up call here for the Icemen. Not just for the score, but that Orlando is very, very good right now. As the Icemen take it into the offensive zone. Centering feed from Verobe went off the side of the net. It was actually swept into the corner by Brad Barone in the process. And Orlando clears out. So the Icemen down by 4 right now. They're just trying to get some momentum going offensively, and they have a chance here. It is Nazarian to the forehand. Save made by Barone. I think he got a piece of it. Icemen get it right back. It is Harris trying to knock it free. Behind the Solar Bear net, Orlando in possession, and they will clear it out. Jacksonville has definitely had some chances. Maybe this game would have had a much different complexion if the Icemen had scored in the first few minutes on a 2-man advantage, but they did not. And Orlando has done everything right since then. Icemen through center ice. It is Berzola chipping it in behind the Solar Bear net. McLean taps it into the corner for Bird. Bird flips it up the wall at the blue line. Gerdukas will hold it in at the circle. Tries to go seam, got deflected away. Solar Bears in transition. They've got a 2-on-1 again. It is Transit, left circle. Great play defensively by Sean Giles, not allowing the pass or the shot. He timed his dive perfectly to not allow Orlando another opportunity.
Yeah, it's perfect timing there by Giles, and it was the right play to make there and prevent any centering feed or even the shot that mattered. It was a great job by Giles.
Jacksonville back in the offensive zone. Sides took a hit from behind by Garefa. 2-on-2 battle in the corner. Sides comes away with the puck at the left wing circle. It's Joey Sides to the line for McKenzie. Shot is deflected wide by Martin. It's poked into the corner by the Solar Bears, but Martin drilled another man. That's the second big body check he's leveled tonight. Not normally his game, but tonight it has been. And the Icemen get it back in their own zone. It is Martin looking for an outlet pass, deflects high into the air. Bouncing puck comes free to Martin, but it's going to be offside on the play. And I'm a little surprised that Hawerchuk isn't going after somebody as he got hit a little bit off the puck. We'll go to break with 3:58 to go. Solar Bears in control of this one. It is 4-0 Orlando. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Fans, when you're feeling the freeze, you can grab your Icemen gear at the Icemen Team Shop. Just visit jacksonvilleicemen.com/merch to visit our online store. You can purchase Icemen team jerseys, t-shirts, hats, pucks, kids gear, and much more. If you're at the game, you can also stop by our merchandise kiosk located in the arena concourse. If you're located out of town but want to show your support for the Icemen from afar, shipping options are available. So visit jacksonvilleicemen.com/merch to get your Icemen swag today. Arlie Johnson along with Alex Reed. Regardless of the score, win, lose, close, blowout, there's always going to be a good time to be had here at the Veterans Memorial Arena for an Icemen home game. And tonight, no different. Great crowd as well for a Wednesday evening. I know they had a big event even pregame upstairs with some whiskey and hockey up top as well. Whiskey and wings, that's right.
Well, you know, the team, the staff always try to get creative with some good promotions. They work with a lot of our great partners, and you're right. I mean, it is all about fun. I know the people here, they would rather see that score reversed right now, or at least a little bit of a tighter game, but we'll see what happens here the rest of the way out.
Icemen get a steal, but the shot was blocked out of play. Orlando, all four of their defensemen, I guess collectively, have done a great job in front of Brad Barone tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't been tested, only 11 shots on goal, and you're in a 4-0 game, and, you know, dare I say it, Arlie, that maybe Brad Barone has got the shutout on his mind.
He does have a shutout at the moment. Just stating facts here. That's all that we're doing.
Yeah, that's it. We are.
Solar Bears try to clear it away. Dangerous play as Verobe got spilled from behind. That was very awkward. Penalty coming on Orlando. I'm glad Verobe is okay, even more important than the power play that the Icemen are about to have right there, because his knee really got twisted behind him. He got up immediately, but I wasn't so sure at first.
Well, it's going to be a power play for the Icemen, and going to call it on a holding penalty here. Ricci's going to head to the box, and you know, if you're Jacksonville right now, it's the mountain is high right now. It's 4-0, but if you're going to get back in it, Orlando's already taken advantage of their power plays. They've got 2 power play goals scored in this game. Jacksonville didn't do it early in the game on the 5-on-3. They've got another opportunity with the man advantage 5-on-4. This is their chance to try to do something here in this game and maybe give them some life heading into the second break.
The Icemen again will go with 5 forwards on this power play. So even with Zach Berzola back for the Icemen, it is still going to be the 5 forwards. I don't mind that in this case, down by 4. Might as well go for it. Roll the dice a little bit. Jacksonville into the offensive zone, but at the blue line, a steal from Orlando. It's a breakaway shorthanded. Tristan Langen by himself. Great save by Williams with the glove. It tipped off the tip of his glove. It stays in play, but that was a huge save by Willie. As the Icemen having trouble getting out of their own zone, they finally do work it free. It is Hawerchuk turning away from Boca. The Icemen still with 1:17 to go on the power play. Hawerchuk will leave the puck for Abbott Gerdukis. Gerdukis stick handles away from a man who'll move it cross ice for Craig Martin. Redirecting it the opposite way for Hawerchuk. He'll redirect and tap it behind the Orlando net. It goes to the near side corner. Icemen are first on it. Abbott Gerdukis off the end board. Stolen and cleared by Luke McGinnis. 50 seconds to go on the power play for the Icemen. It is Sanchez behind his own net. Pavel Verobe on the power play for Jacksonville. To the right side for Vlad Mikulchuk. Over the blue line onside. To the left, it's Lodermeyer. Save is made by Barone with the right arm. Rebound into the corner. And the Solar Bears are on it. Tyler Bird skated with it to center ice. Gave a little bit of a rabbit punch to Verobe, who turns around and yells at the referee Logan Gruel about it, but no call there. That was pretty uncalled for. Wasn't a big hit, but a little bit of a rabbit punch from out of nowhere from landed on Verobe as the Icemen try to get the puck in the offensive zone. Still on the power play for another 8 seconds. Verobe with a slap shot deflected on net. Barone still there for the save, however. Rebound for Mikulchuk. Mikulchuk around the wall for Harris. His team's returned to full strength. Harris for Mikulchuk, centering feed. Shot towards goal. I think it was blocked by the Solar Bears in front. What a setup that was for Lodermeyer. But Orlando has blocked a ton of shots in front of Brad Barone tonight, as the Icemen unable to convert on that power play. They'll try and move it away again. Nazarian could not get the puck away from Joe Garefa. Garefa flipping it ahead. Ricci will redirect into the zone. Giles in a collision course with Failhaber. Final minute now of period number 2. A period that has been dominated by Orlando. Icemen with the puck in their own zone. It is Berzola up the right side for Sides. Sides with a pass too hot to handle for Nazarian. Comes all the way to the Solar Bear end. 42 seconds to go in the period. Dangerous play there from Brodzinski, getting the puck away from Nazarian. Got it to center ice, no further. Giles taps it back into the zone. Solar Bears right back out through center. Tufto flipping it in on the forehand. Berzola first on it, using the end boards for Sean Giles. Giles looking to set up Nazarian. Can't clear it out yet. Now it does go over the blue line. 15 seconds to go. Maybe one last chance here for Jacksonville. Sanchez pokes it into the Orlando end, but Orlando right back out. Here's a steal from Giles. 5 seconds left. They got a chance. 3-on-1. They got a hustle. Shot goes wide. It would have counted from Martin. I believe Barone got a piece of it. They're going to add time, I think, to the clock. They're going to say, hold on. There's still time. The Icemen had a chance with 1 second left to get on the board on a 3-on-1. But again, I think Barone got a piece of it, maybe even with the shaft of his stick reader. Hard to tell.
Yeah, he did.
Either way, it was a golden opportunity for the Icemen to score late. But Brad Barone remains the story here, still with a shutout through at least 39:59 of play.
Yeah, no, he's been very good, and he's been good all season long. He's having a career year. He's second in the league with 15 wins. Has an opportunity to be first overall with a win here today, and he's got plenty of offensive support to do it. And 20 more minutes to go. We'll see how it plays out.
Horn sounds, and the Icemen go into the locker room trying to figure out how to win the third period of play. Trailing 4-0 here to the Orlando Solar Bears. Tough one tonight on home ice for Jacksonville, coming off a 6-game road trip. They always talk about how difficult it is to come back home after a long road trip. And unfortunately, right now, the Icemen are seeing the results of that. Still 20 minutes left to go, though. We've seen some stranger things here on home ice. Why not see something a little crazy tonight as well in the final 20 minutes? Shots on goal in the second, Orlando had 10. They have a 2-period total of 18. For the Icemen, they believe they had 6 shots on goal for a 2-period total of 14. Coming up after this break, we will be joined by the ECHL Plays of the Week. You do not ever want to miss the Plays of the Week. We'll also have the scoreboard for you coming up in a little bit, and we'll go through the South Division standings in the South Division and see where the Icemen stand with that. It is 4-0 Solar Bears after 2. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 34th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2022 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Flow Sports, the exclusive streaming provider of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; My Gray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Sideline Swap, official online marketplace of the ECHL; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL and title sponsor of the 2022 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Just be positive. Your Community First Mortgage champions make sure you get a great rate, a quick close, and can save you about $3,000 in closing costs. Apply at communityfirstfl.org. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training, and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Just be in control. With free interest checking and great digital tools, Community First makes smarter banking simple. Add an account at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA.
Fans, when you're feeling the freeze, you can grab your Icemen gear at the Icemen Team Shop. Just visit jacksonvilleicemen.com/merch to visit our online store. You can purchase Icemen team jerseys, t-shirts, hats, pucks, kids gear, and much more. If you're at the game, you can also stop by our merchandise kiosk located in the arena concourse. If you're located out of town but want to show your support for the Icemen from afar, shipping options are available. So visit jacksonvilleicemen.com/merch to get your Icemen swag today.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fans Am, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksicemen.com. Icemen Hockey. Feel the freeze.
From across America's premier AA hockey league, this is the ECHL Plays of the Week.
High slap shot, off the glove, and in! Now toward the net, he scores! He scores! Slip that out to the blue line, shot, score! Rodney scores! It's rewrite the record book! It's a hat trick! He skates in over the line, Deeks shoots, shoots! In the slot, shot, save, game is over!
Hello, hockey fans. Cam McGuire here, the voice of the Worcester Railers, to bring you this week's edition of the ECHL Plays of the Week. Let's take you alphabetically this week, and without further ado, here we go. The Adirondack Thunder hosted the Fort Wayne Comets for the first time since the 2017-18 season this past weekend. Down 3-2 in the third period, Adirondack tied the game with a power play goal, forcing overtime. After 7 scoreless minutes went by, it was time for the shootout. Shane Harper scored the Thunder goal, leaving it up to Alex Sikilaropoulos to seal the deal.
Right-handed shot. Picks up the puck at center ice. Boudreau walks on in, and he will get denied by Sikilaropoulos, and the Thunder win in a shootout. Alex Sikilaropoulos is mobbed by his team as they come back to beat the Fort Wayne Comets by the final score of 4-3. Sikilaropoulos shuts the door in the shootout, and Adirondack picks up 2 big points here on home ice and stays undefeated against Fort Wayne and picks up their 15th win of the year.
That was Evan Pivnik with the call on the Curtis Lumber Thunder Radio Network. Last Wednesday, the Cincinnati Cyclones wrapped up a 5-game homestand by hosting the Iowa Heartlanders. Earlier in the contest, the Cyclones responded to an Iowa game-tying goal by taking the lead again 29 seconds later. The Landers tied the game once more during the third period, and Cincy knew what to do from there.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter that we're talking about a tie game. Cyclones, last time this happened, it was Bennett scoring. 29 seconds later, they got it back. And it's a breakout for the Cyclones, who have played a great game. They lead in shots 30-18. Mingo gets a puck shot, make it 31-18. Kozlowski with a save. And here it is, get right back, shot in front, and there it is! They do it again, Dejan Mingo! 4-3 Cyclones, they immediately respond.
That was Andrew Mossbrooks on the Cyclones Broadcast Network. Dejan Mingo's goal came 34 seconds after Iowa tied the contest. Mingo's goal served as the game winner on the Cyclones' way to a 6-3 victory. The Idaho Steelheads played a 4-game, 5-day series to kick off a packed February schedule, and on Friday night, the Steelheads rallied from being down 4-2 early in the third period to not only force overtime, but also claim the win. On the way to the win, forward Sean McBride had a night to remember, not only scoring the OT winner, but finishing his first career hat trick.
Softly paddles it around as he and Zeke switch places. Barteau makes a full 360, right circle. Now back in low once again, thinks about it, Shields, puts it in the middle, slip to the net, his loose net front pops out, McBride picks it up to Barteau, one-timer deflected wide, and McBride, he scores! Sean McBride with the hat-trick goal, stuffs it off a rebound, and the Steelheads complete the comeback, 5-4 in overtime!
That's Colin Shuck on 95.3 The Ticket. The hat trick is the third of the season for the Steelheads and marked the first third-period comeback win of the year. It was also McBride's first hat trick since Pee Wee hockey. The Iowa Heartlanders and Toledo Walleye played a classic Friday at Huntington Center. 5 ties, 4 lead changes, and the Heartlanders tied the game in the third to force OT. The extra session was even better. 4 minutes and 28 seconds without a stoppage until this winner.
Things up for Bennett. He's got a breakaway. Right slot. Scores! Chris Bennett, are you kidding me? 6-5. The Heartlanders have won this classic in overtime.
David Fine trying not to lose his voice on the Heartlanders Broadcast Network. Bennett was named in Glasgow ECHL Player of the Week for his efforts last week. The Maine Mariners had a successful trip to Quebec last week, completing a 3-game road sweep of the Trois-Rivières Lions. However, none of the wins came easy, with all 3 games decided by 1 goal and the final 2 requiring overtime. In the middle game on Thursday, Mariners goaltender Callum Booth stole the show, making 47 saves on 48 shots, stealing a point for his team. In the OT session with Maine on the power play, defenseman Zach Malatesta scored his first Mariners goal to steal the second one.
Malatesta up top. One-timer from Master, blocked by Gallipo, back across here to Santos. Santos, Malatesta, one-timer, he scores! Zach Malatesta, the perfect time for his first goal as a Mariner. And the Mariners all immediately skate right back to Callum Booth, who was the undisputed #1 star of this game. 2-1 in overtime. The Mariners win it, and they're 2-0 to start the road trip.
Michael Keeley with the call on the Mariners Broadcast Network. Malatesta wasn't done with his heroics, scoring in overtime again on Saturday in a 5-4 Mariners win to complete the sweep. Heading into last Saturday's game against the Atlanta Gladiators, the Norfolk Admirals hadn't won a game in Atlanta since December 30th of 2018. With the game locked up at 2 heading into crunch time of regulation play, Admirals forward Blake Murray emerged with a golden opportunity in his offensive zone and took advantage.
Murray skates a stick. Here comes Blake. Bar circle shot to save. Rebound Murray. Shot. Scored! On the rebound, Blake Murray puts it past the blocker Amanda Lacey. With 1:53 to go in the third, Murray's given the Admirals a 3-2 lead. How about it?
The goal was Murray's 8th of the season and helped the Admirals snap the Gladiators' home winning streak of 9 games. That was Weston Dewitt with the call on the Admirals Broadcast Network. The Wheeling Nailers and Cincinnati Cyclones continued their heated rivalry with one of the best games in their series on Sunday. Wheeling tied the score during the final minute of regulation, then Josh Manisalco won the game for the Nailers in overtime.
As it's laid behind the net, Eggy takes there on the far side. Nailers are the only team this year that has yet to go to a shootout in the ECHL, and Maniscalco makes it stay that way!
Wichita has struggled all season in games that have gone past regulation. Entering Saturday's game, the Thunder were 0-5 in overtime. Billy Exall scored 4 minutes into the extra period to send the Thunder to their first OT win of the year. Here's the call from Jason Melz with the Wichita Thunder Radio Network.
As Mason Mitchell has taken off the puck on the near wall, and now a steal and a 2-on-1 for Excel. Skates up the left side, he'll gain the line, near circle, he'll take a wrist shot, he scores! Wichita their first overtime win of the season. The Thunder get the victory 5-4.
The Worcester Railers hosted their annual Star Wars night this past Saturday, and yours truly, well, I dressed up as Darth Vader. I told myself I would not take the Vader mask off until the Railers scored their first goal. Nick Albano finally let me breathe properly again, scoring on the power play 66 seconds into the second period.
Down low is Newkirk, but he'll wing it back to the right point. Albano, wrist shot, he scores! It's a power play goal from Nick Albano from the top of the point. A couple bodies in front, but a low wrist shot able to beat Trevor Gorsuch. Low near side. Railers take a 1-0 lead. 1:06 into the second.
Well, that wraps up another week of the ECHL Plays of the Week. For myself, Cam McGuire, so long, and have a great week, everybody.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 34th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2022 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Flow Sports, the exclusive streaming provider of the ECHL; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; My Gray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Sideline Swap, official online marketplace of the ECHL; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL and title sponsor of the 2022 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv.
Just be positive. Your Community First Mortgage champions make sure you get a great rate, a quick close, and can save you about $3,000 in closing costs. Apply at communityfirstfl.org. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription, and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. FlowHockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL.
Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park are open and excited to bring you the best in poker, simulcast wagering, cocktails, sushi, and more. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. Best Bet. Experience the best.
Just be in control. With free interest checking and great digital tools, Community First makes smarter banking simple. Add an account at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union. Just be yourself. Federally insured by NCUA.
Fans, when you're feeling the freeze, you can grab your Icemen gear at the Icemen Team Shop. Just visit jacksonvilleicemen.com/merch to visit our online store. You can purchase Icemen team jerseys, t-shirts, hats, pucks, kids gear, and much more. If you're at the game, you can also stop by our merchandise kiosk located in the arena concourse. If you're located out of town but want to show your support for the Icemen from afar, shipping options are available. So visit jacksonvilleicemen.com/merch to get your Icemen swag today. We are back. Third period. Puck drop is down. Solar Bears have it. And welcome back to downtown Jacksonville. The Icemen trailing 4-0, but here they come into the offensive zone. McCallchuk looking for Harris. He gets deflected towards the blue line. Verobe took a hit up high. No call as the Solar Bears come back one-on-one. It is Boca against Evingson. Williams makes the stick save on the soft shot towards net. Evingson may have even gotten a piece of it. Jacksonville tries to clear out. They can't do it yet. Orlando's forechecking has been on point tonight. Playing it towards the blue line. Nobody there for the Solar Bears. They get it right back at center, however. Harris looks for a steal. Can't get it. Solar Bears back in the neutral zone. Possible too many men on the ice against Orlando, but nobody ever touched the puck for them, so we will play on. And the Icemen have control. Long outlet pass is blocked and cleared by the Solar Bears. Jacksonville gets it right back. It is Austin McEnany for Ben Howarchuk. Howarchuk with an indirect feed for Gerdukas, trying to go back to Howarchuk. He'll tap it behind the Solar Bear net. Orlando around the wall. Gerdukas holds it in for Nazarian. Nazarian looks to center. Tries a backhand shot from behind the net. Save is made from behind the net. Now it's Howarchuk who couldn't swipe in the one-timer. McEnany holds it in. Bouncing puck. Howarchuk holds it in. Looking for Gerdukas, but it was behind him. The passing just hasn't been as crisp as normal for the Icemen tonight, as Orlando now does clear out to center ice.
Yeah, those were some good-looking setups there. You thought maybe something was going to happen, but you're right, the passing being just a smidge off there, and that's just kind of been the night there for Jacksonville. They've had some good looks here, but, the key pass they need to make the play happen, maybe just off the mark or somebody gets a stick on it to break it up.
Icemen in control, Verzola in his own zone. Dropping it for Sean Giles, trying to go for Sanchez, blocked at the red line by Orlando. They will move in. It is Failhaber with a centering feed, deflecting over the glass and out of the play. Out of play, it'll be a draw in the Jacksonville zone. Could not be more impressed with Ty Failhaber. 4 points in 3 games coming into this contest, and I believe he is 2 goals and a helper tonight. So you're looking at 7 points in 4 games. For a guy that, I don't know if it's going out on a limb too much to say that maybe he just doesn't necessarily belong at the ECHL level.
Yeah, I think they won't be here much longer. Again, their prospects of the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're under contract with the Lightning. So, I think the future's going to be bright for those guys. They're going to be back up in Syracuse where they know it because they've certainly come down here and done their job from a point production standpoint.
Not sure where Syracuse stands in the AHL standings, but If Failhaber plays one game, I believe the rule is if you've played 5 regular season games, it makes you playoff eligible. This is game number 4 for him. And if you're looking at Tufto, he's played 8 games, well 9 now, including tonight. So if they choose, if they're not making the playoffs, meaning Syracuse in the American Hockey League, they could be kind of stacking the deck a little bit going into the playoffs.
Well, and you'll see that, you know, there might be some players they know, okay, hey, we want to give some of our younger players an opportunity to experience playoff hockey. And if your team's not going to make it, not saying that's the case, but you send them down to the affiliate there. Couple big saves there. Arlie, sorry, but you send them down to your affiliate, get them eligible, get them down for their 5 games, and in that way they're eligible, and they have that option later in the spring to decide what they want to do with those players, whether to send them not down for that opportunity.
And it was Williams who made a couple of big saves there for Jacksonville, as you had alluded to. McCallchuk got held from behind. There's a penalty coming on Orlando, as Barone will grab it with the trapper and take the face-off, holding against the Solar Bears. Looked like it could have been called the first time, but it took a second grab from McLean in order to finally draw the penalty. Orlando has one of their defensemen in the penalty box, and again, they only have really 4 of them tonight, so they're just going with 3 defenders here on this power play for Jacksonville. Icemen desperately looking for a goal here and maybe a little bit of momentum.
And McLean got beat along the boards there. A nice strong play by McCallchuk, who's made a couple strong moves along the boards to get some separation, but McLean with a fistful of the jersey there certainly drew the call there. It was an easy holding call for the official to make.
Icemen on the power play, they win the draw. It is Nazarian into the corner for Gerdukas. Down low, it is Nazarian. Good passing here from Jacksonville, as it looked like Gerdukas had an opportunity. Now it's Sanchez with a shot penalty coming on Orlando. Delayed call here again. Icemen try to give the puck to Orlando. Instead, they'll keep possession. Playing to the blue line, it is Martin for Sanchez. One-timer goes well wide, and this is going to kill a lot of time on a 5-on-3 here.
They need to get Orlando to touch his puck quickly.
Instead, it is Martin over the blue line, cuts into the slot, tries to get the shot away. There's your touch-up from Orlando. High sticking against the Solar Bears. And so a 5-on-3 here for Jacksonville. And every great chance it seems like the Icemen have had tonight, just not, you know, sometimes they've gone wide. Barone made a couple of great saves early in the game, but other than that, they're just not in sync the way that you would like them to be tonight.
No, and even in the situation here, you know you're getting the 2-man advantage, and you blast a shot wide, and it ricochets out of the zone. Then you got to go track it down. Just little things like that just aren't working out here for Jacks tonight, but they got a chance to maybe rectify a little bit here on their second 5-on-3 of the hockey game.
Well, an early goal on this 5-on-3, and they could be right back on the power play. It's Sanchez at the right circle. Martin in the slot. Fakes the shot. Gerdukas takes the shot. Barone with a big save with the right shoulder. Rebound into the corner. Poke goes high into the air. It stays in play. Sanchez knocking it to the blue line for Martin. Walks into the high slot. He'll feed Gerdukas. Martin gets it back. Martin for Gerdukas at the goal line extended now. Martin fakes the one-timer, moves it for Sanchez. Sanchez back for Martin again. Gerdukas centering feed, trying to set up Nazarian. He was all alone on the back door, but he couldn't put a stick on it. Another centering feed. There's Nazarian with a sharp angle shot. Goes off the side of the net. Gerdukas gets it back. Sanchez now, he's the one in the slot. He'll pull the trigger. It goes wide. Comes to Nazarian. Nazarian at the right wing circle along the boards. He'll come all the way to the blue line for Sanchez. 25 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Sanchez for Nazarian. Fakes the shot. Gerdukas again for Martin. He fakes the shot. Sanchez tries to move it across the ice. It is blocked by Orlando. Nazarian holds it in. Nazarian tries to skate behind the Orlando net. Feeds it for Gerdukas. Gerdukas into the slot. Wrister, score! A power play goal for Abbott Gerdukas, and the Icemen are on the board. It is 4-1 with 15:16 to go. There were 5 seconds left on the first penalty, so the Icemen remain on the power play for 42 more seconds.
Yeah, that was key, getting that goal there before the first penalty came to an end, because now the Icemen are on the power play, Arlie, as you said, for 42 seconds. And you convert on that, then things start to get a little interesting here, Arlie, with about 15-16 to go here in the third period. But you got to force the hand here. This is the position the Icemen have put themselves in, and they will need to try to convert here. But you're right, if they can get that second goal here on this power play chance, it'll make Orlando start to think a little bit.
So a 5-on-3 power play goal for Jacksonville. And these next 42 seconds could be pivotal. It's a 5-on-4 right now. Tristan Langen is still in the penalty box for the Solar Bears. They're having a problem with the clock right now. The penalty clock, that is. Time of this goal is going to be at 4:44. So Lodermeyer at the center ice faceoff dot. Orlando plays it in behind the Jacksonville net. Let's see what the Icemen can do in the closing moments of this power play. Verobe nearly lost it. He was fortunate to get it back at center ice. Orlando breaks it up at the red line. The Icemen get it right back. They'll play it in deep. Barone does not play it behind the net. Harris moves it around the wall. Neudecker is out there, leaving the puck for Harris along the near side half boards. Harris double teamed immediately, but he gets it free. Brodzinski now with a steal, and he will clear it out. That will do it on the power play. Williams leaving the puck for Pavel Verobe. Out of the penalty box steps Tristan Langen, so the Icemen do get a power play goal. They're on the board, trailing by 3 now at 4-1. It is Lodermeyer with a drop pass for Nazarian, centering feed, deflected back to the goaltender as Mikulchuk got hit from behind, and he is very slow to get up. We'll see if Jake Reardon has to come after him. Actually, a couple of men are down, one for Orlando as well. I wonder if it was a collision between Mikulchuk and Tyler Bird where maybe they didn't see each other coming. I'm not sure. But they are fine. They both do get up a little slowly. Now, Giles wants a piece of somebody, or Verobe rather wants a piece of Tyler Bird. So he'll shove away at him. Verobe still jawing away at Bird. Bird wear the full face shield from another day, not from tonight. And the Icemen with a little bit of push right now. Face-off controlled, however, by Orlando, and they will skate with it with a 3-man attack. It is Garefa for Boca. Rister is deflected behind the net. Getting a piece of it there is Failhaber, only to give it up to Austin McEnany. McEnany defended by Boca. Gerdukas will help out. It is Kyle McKenzie. He'll reverse it for Howardchuk on the left wing side, finding Gerdukas, who just scored on his last shift. Gerdukas through the neutral zone. He'll chip and chase after it. Nazarian is there to help as well. Gerdukas is first on the puck, but the Solar Bears knock it free from him. Failhaber will chip it out to the center ice red line, and it's Garefa on a loose puck. Wrist shot goes wide to the glove side of Williams. Comes off the end boards, held in by Tufto. Tufto looking for a shot from Piper, and Williams with a save there with the glove, and we will go to break. 13:34 to go in period number 3. The Icemen are on the board. A power play goal from Abbott Gerdukas, his 10th of the year, set up by Aaron Nazarian. Unfortunately, the Icemen still down by 3. It is 4-1. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Don't forget, this game is being streamed live around the world today. Go to flowhockey.tv to catch all of the Icemen action and archived footage of the event. Flow Hockey is the live streaming home for the Icemen. Get the Flow Sports iOS and Android apps to watch the event live and on the go. Upgrade to a pro subscription and you can gain access to premium content on all Flow Sports sites. This includes more than 1,000 live events, original documentaries, exclusive training and technique videos, and much more. Follow Flow Hockey on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to get the latest news and updates from the Icemen and other upcoming Flow Hockey events. Flowhockey.tv, the new streaming home of the Jacksonville Icemen and the ECHL. Along with Alex Reed, Arlie Johnson with you. 13:34 to go in the third period. There's still time in this one. Jacksonville down 4-1. Icemen have the puck at their own blue line. It is Joey Sides. Sides dropping it back into his own end. It is Giles now with an outlet pass. Sanchez looking to go cross ice. That's a good look for Sides. He is on Sides. At the left wing side, Martin tries to hold in. It goes off a linesman, but right back to the Solar Bears. McLean feeds Fitz. Fitz at the blue line, broken up by Zach Berzola and cleared out to the red line. And Orlando will wrist it right back in. Giles on it. feeding Sanchez up the right wing side. He's got some speed despite his size. He's got big size and he knows how to use it. Sanchez into the zone, centering pass to blocked. Comes free to sides. Berzola with a shot. Save was made. Rebound for Orlando. What a great feed that was from sides to Berzola to get that one-timer away. I'm not sure if Barone ever saw the puck. That was more a positional save than him knowing where that save was going to be made. Icemen back in the zone. Berzola tries for the drop pass. Knocked away by Orlando. Foot race for the puck. Here come the Solar Bears. Langen on the left wing side. Wrist shot goes well over the crossbar. Comes all the way to center ice. Harris trying to force the issue. Taking the body on a man. Forces the turnover at the red line. Now it bounces up into the air. And ultimately the Icemen come away. McCallchuk over the blue line on the right wing. Finds Harris. Back for McCallchuk. Sharp angle shot goes well wide. Comes off the dasher all the way to the blue line. The Icemen play it down low. It is Harris at the right wing corner. Looks for a man to cut towards net, but it's deflected by Orlando. Here they come. Outlet pass knocked away by Harris, but still a 2-on-1. Garefa at the right wing circle. Knocked away on the back check. And now it's the Icemen with a chance. They've got numbers, maybe 2-on-1. McCallchuk with Verobe. Trailer is Lodermeyer. Forehand. It goes over the crossbar. Barone maybe got a piece with the right shoulder. The Icemen have had a lot of chances similar to that they have not been able to put on frame, and there's another example. As Williams now makes a save in the other direction. That looked so promising there, Reader, as the 2-on-1 that became a 3-on-1 with the trailer, and the right move was made to send it to Lodermeyer right in the slot. Just got to put that one on net.
Yeah, you do. And he's had the hot hand here. We talked about it a little bit. We highlighted that earlier in the broadcast that Lodermeyer's got 3 goals in the last 4 games. And again, that was the right play there. You could have tried to force it across. Tougher pass. Went for the safe drop there, right there in the slot. Good shooting lane. You just got to get it on target there. The Icemen just missed on that one. And you're right. Promising was the key there. It looked like maybe if they would have converted that one, boy, oh boy, that would have got the fans really howling here in the building.
Face off to the right of Williams, 11.5 to go. Jacksonville with it. Nazarian around the back of his net. Finds Howarchuk, who is forced to just backhand it to the Orlando line. Solar Bears try to play it back in. Broken up by the Icemen. It is McEnany, D to D for McKenzie. McKenzie feeds Howarchuk. Back to McKenzie, still at his own blue line. McKenzie stick handles away from one man, looks for and finds Nazarian. What a move by Nazarian over the blue line. Nazarian with a centering pass goes away from Howarchuk. It was kind of between Gerdukis and Howarchuk. Another example of the Icemen having another opportunity that just falls to the side without any opportunity at all ultimately.
They've had a good third period.
They have.
They got momentum. They're creating chances. They're hitting. We just saw another hit there. Just again, the first 2 periods is really what's put the Icemen in this position.
Howarchuk looking for Gerdukis, but he couldn't glove it down. It comes to the near side wall. Berzola couldn't hold it in. Orlando clears out high off the glass. It barely stayed in play. Icemen almost had another power play. Instead, it is Martin looking for Berzola, but it goes behind him and a steal for Orlando. Fitz with a shot on net. Pad save made by Williams. Rebound comes up high. Here comes Jacksonville. It is Martin, 4 sides, but the pass was caught in his skates. Sanchez keeps it running to the Orlando zone, but the Solar Bears have the puck. It is Dylan Fitz deflecting behind the Icemen net. Giles is first on it for Jacksonville. Giles couldn't get it away from the forecheck. Transit holds it in for Langen. Langen behind the net. All the way to the blue line for Brodzinski. He lost the handle. And Brodzinski forced to just chip it ahead, and here come the Icemen. Skating with it is Sanchez on the left wing side. He beats Brodzinski, tries to cut towards net. It is loose there for Martin, couldn't get the shot away. He fanned on it. Another glittering opportunity where the Icemen can't get it on goal. Frustration city here tonight for Jacksonville.
That's the perfect word, Arlie. It's just frustrating. You know, they're so close. They're setting up chances, and they're getting some opportunities. They just cannot get them to convert here tonight. And you know what? We've seen this a couple times this year. It just had those nights, you know, where just nothing seems to fall in your favor.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those nights as Orlando still on top by 3. 9:16 to go. If Orlando does win this game, at least as of the moment, it would mean that the top 4 teams in the South Division would be separated by a grand total of 3 points. That's how tight the top 4 are right now. Of course, it only takes the top 4 to get in, you're only talking about positioning potentially, and you just want to make sure that you don't fall to 5th place. Greenville is trying to make it a 5-team race. I'm not sure if they will be successful or not, but they do have some games in hand in an attempt to do that. Back to play. It is Jacksonville into the offensive zone. Easy stick save that time for Barone. He'll take the face-off. We'll take a break. We have 9:05 to go in period number 3. Orlando still comfortably on top by a count of 4-1. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
The Jacksonville Icemen offer discounted tickets for groups of 10 or more. Whether it's a company outing, a group from your school or church, or just a gathering of friends, the Icemen can help you set up a night of fun at a discounted cost. Other benefits include an intermission ride on the popular Fan Zam, a post-game group photo, or take a shot on net after the game. Ticket fundraisers are also available. For more information, contact the Icemen office at 904-602-PUCK. That's 904-602-7825, or visit us online at jacksicemen.com. Icemen Hockey, feel the freeze.
It is a 4-1 game. Arlie Johnson, I just went Peter Brady, I think, on you there, Reader. Time for change. 4-1 Orlando on top with 9:05 to go. I guess if I'm going to go Peter Brady, I might as well do it in a 3-goal game with 9 minutes left.
The old voice crack, the old time voice crack. Yeah, no, I've had that happen a few times.
Oh, that was a good one too. Can't have perfect pipes all the time, right?
No.
Not that they're perfect to begin with. Don't want to make,
nonsense.
Don't want to imply that. Face off in the Solar Bear zone. Icemen getting outshot 25-21 tonight. Remember, Jacksonville, after tonight, they'll head to the upstate of South Carolina tomorrow to get ready for a home-and-home series. Reader, you'll be on the call Friday night in Greenville against the Swamp Rabbits. Then both those clubs will be here in Jacksonville on Saturday night for the Icemen's next home game.
The old home-and-home with Greenville.
Oh, yes. As Jacksonville tries to put a little more pressure on offensively, Gerdukas spins away from a couple of men, gives it up to the Solar Bears. Chipping it off glass and out is Jake Transit. Langen with a big hit again. This time Evingson delivered the blow as the Icemen gain the line. They're onside. It is Howarchuk with a wrister, easily gloved by Barone. No rebound. I don't think Howarchuk really had too much more he could do with that one. And the draw will be in the Solar Bear end to the right side of Brad Barone.
Not a lot of options there, not a lot of space. Howarchuk just getting it towards the net, getting the shot in on Barone. Maybe there's a rebound there, maybe there's something, but that was really about his only option as everyone in Orlando kind of collapsed that side on him. There weren't very many options there for Howarchuk other than what he did there, and that was the correct play.
Derek Lodermeyer on the face-off against Luke Boca. McCallchuk tried to get it to his stick blade, couldn't do it. Orlando knocks it ahead, and off a glove, it comes to the Solar Bears. Odine Tufto, who got the scoring started tonight for the Solar Bears with a power play goal. At center ice, Joe Gareffa plays it in behind the Jacksonville net. Taking a hit there as McKenzie got another hit from behind by Boca, and the Solar Bears keep it in again with their forecheck. What a move by Brodzinski around Harris. Wrist shot and a score. Oh my goodness, what a play that was from Michael Brodzinski, stepping around the forecheck, dancing all the way to the top of the right circle, and then blasting a screenshot by Charles Williams. 8:12 to go in the third period. It is 5-1 Solar Bears.
Yeah, just undressed the forward, challenging him, and went right around. That was a pretty play, unassisted goal there, and all worked. That was a beauty right there. You might see that one on the ECHL Plays of the Week there, sent out by the league. Brodzinski, and we know what he can do. I mean, he's been around this team for a few years. He's been up and down in the American Hockey League and brings a lot to the table from an offensive standpoint. He's got a cannon of his shot. That one, though, right there just kind of snapped it. But the move that led to that opportunity was really what made that happen.
So the Icemen down 5-1 now. Not looking good for this one. We'll see if the Icemen can just build a little momentum going into the weekend at this point and hopefully put another couple in the net somehow. They do have the puck in the offensive zone. It is Bauer Neudecker to the blue line for Giles. He'll knock it down low for James Sanchez. Sanchez with a turnaround shot. Barone with a paddle of his stick down on the ice in order to keep that puck away. and the Solar Bears will clear out. Orlando, I'm sure, is just going to play some good, solid defensive hockey from this point. Maybe take advantage of some Iceman mistakes if there are any from the Jacksonville perspective. Just some gambling, see if they can do some things offensively. And now it is Sanchez trying to get around a couple of defenders. Solar Bears come free, because is that going to be too many men? It is going to be against Orlando. Ricci was trying, or I think it was Ricci. Not sure exactly who it was. It was possible it was Tufto that was trying to get to the bench. Are they going to say not too many men on the ice now? They blew the whistle because, oh, I know why, because a Orlando player was going to the bench. So one foot was on the bench and the other foot was still in play, and the puck went off his back skate.
Back skate, that's where I thought it touched him, but I guess if he had the 1 foot on.
Iceman with a shot just over the crossbar again. I think if the net was 5 feet tall tonight instead of 4, the Icemen might have about 3 or 4 goals tonight.
You're right. I mean, they've just missed it. It's just buzzing that crossbar. And again, a little bit taller of a net.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say 5 feet, maybe 4 feet 3 inches. Maybe.
Yeah,
it could be that close.
That's a game of inches, and the Icemen have learned that here today. So they've been sailing some shots just a bit high. And that's the other thing too. You know, and I think sometimes coaches would prefer, players like to shoot high in general, but maybe make an effort, shoot a little bit lower at times, and when it's not your night like this.
2-on-1 for Orlando. Fitz left wing side. He'll take it himself. He'll put it wide on the play. There's a man down for Orlando off the play. It was from a blocked shot from Ricci, who kind of dives on one leg back to his bench in order to keep play moving. It was a great blocked shot by Ricci, and Orlando is doing all the right things tonight. They, again, as good as I've seen them play all year long. Reader, you can chime in if you've seen them play this well in Orlando. I have not been able to see that like you have, but this is a very good-looking bunch right now.
No, it really is. This is the best and sharpest I've seen this Orlando club. They're just on the attack. They seem faster. I mean, again, this now may be the fastest team we've seen all season. We were talking about the Utah players, but again, Orlando's been getting a lot of help here. They got some new players in the lineup that we talked about from the American Hockey League, and they've made a big difference here. Their transition's been great. The special teams, they've done it all phases here, and what can you say? Hats off to them so far. They've earned this score that they are certainly enjoying right now.
And oh, by the way, the Solar Bears without one of their best offensive players tonight in Hunter Fegis.
Yeah.
Last year's league leading scorer from the Solar Bears, Aaron Luchuk, also not here tonight.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
these guys aren't even here.
Yeah.
Yet, So, I mean, this is a scary team that's been playing really well lately. And again, I would expect some of these guys to get called up at some point. But coming down the stretch, do you see these players down here? You know, we just talking about Tufto and Fellhaber as well. And then, of course, then you start throwing Fegis into the mix. And then what if Luchuk gets sent back down from Hartford? Hey, this team could make some noise.
Well, they're not the only ones. I say it's pretty wide open in the South Division right now. We'll keep it here on our final media timeout. I mean, we talked about just how tight it was. And let us correct ourselves and maybe update some scoring. The Atlanta Gladiators have a 3-1 lead at the Cincinnati Cyclones. That is after 2 periods of play. Atlanta's playing as good as anybody in the entire league right now. So if Atlanta does win that game, leading by 2 right now, and assuming this score holds, then you're going to have a 4-point difference total from first place to 4th place in the South Division. So obviously wide open, and yes, Orlando looks very good, but you can make that claim for any of those 4 teams, including the Icemen.
Yeah.
Maybe tonight aside. I don't know if you're going to want to judge the Icemen on tonight's effort, but from, full work of art, let's just say, the Icemen are an awful good team as well, and they're starting to get guys back too.
And they are, they're without question, and that's why they're atop the division right now. And again, this was not their night. We saw some things, we talked about it, that we hadn't seen from this team, and that's something they haven't really done all. We've seen some tendencies and some things that they typically would not see them do. They did tonight here as well, just in their system and their structure a little bit. But those top 4 teams, boy, that have set up right now in Atlanta, they're playing some great hockey right now.
They are.
And they've been at full strength for the last few weeks. That has helped them out as well. It's going to be interesting to see how things play out here in the South the rest of the way out.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, the Florida Everblades are still the Florida Everblades.
Yeah, let's not forget that, and you're right. So, we got some teams heating up, and these teams are playing well. And again, this Orlando club took 2 from Florida here recently as well. So
You know, it's a long way away, and, you know, there's still work to be done to make the postseason officially, and Greenville maybe will have something to say about it. I'm not so sure if Norfolk or South Carolina will be able to find their way into the playoff conversation, but assuming that it's the top 4 that we see right now, man, it is setting up for an incredible April and May in the South Division, because the first round series and whatever teams come away from that first round, it is going to be remarkable watching these guys play with some very, very talented clubs out there, top to bottom.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Again, long way to go here, but you're right. We're basing this right now at this point of the season. There is a good separation right now. Those top 4 teams, like you said, Greenville's trying to get themselves back in the conversation, and Norfolk and South Carolina, they got some work to do. And so, but you're right. The South Division's always tough. It's always tight. And the first 2 rounds, Arlie, in the playoff format are within the division. So, again, if it were to be those top 4 teams, whoever ends up in the top 4, it's going to be some pretty good hockey, I would imagine, in those 2 rounds.
And let's go talk about Greenville for a little bit. We're kind of just more talking about just the division standings at this point. We'll give you some play-by-play along the way, too, but with 4 minutes to go in the game and a 5-1 score, we have a little opportunity to go a little more in-depth on the standings right now. Let's talk about Greenville a little bit here. In terms of points, like you said, not looking that great for them, but they are winning right now. It looks like they're going to beat Norfolk tonight. They're ahead 4-1 with just 3 minutes left. Kind of similar situation to what we have here tonight. That'll put Greenville at 37 points, but they have games in hand on everybody as we have a stoppage in play here. Faceoff will be in the Orlando zone. And by everybody, I mean everybody in the South Division, and not just 1 or 2. Greenville right now has minimum 3 games in hand on every single team in the South Division. Minimum.
Wow.
They have 7 games in hand going into tonight on the Florida Everblades. 6 games in hand on Atlanta. So while they are currently going to be 12 points behind 4th place Orlando, the 12 points is a very deceiving number because they have so many games in hand.
Yeah.
So if they catch a run, and they did have a little bit of a run a week or 2 ago, which kind of got them into the conversation, then, a good second half from them. Maybe they get a guy that comes from Europe. They've got a couple of guys that they thought were going to be on the team that aren't on the team, but, rosters can change in these last month or 2. Greenville catches a wave, and they may very well be heard from still, as the Icemen are going to have a power play here. It's a delayed call. McKenzie to McEnany at the right circle. 6 skaters on here for Jacksonville with an empty net behind them. Delayed penalty call. Slap shot gets blocked in front. Comes free for Gerdukas. Gerdukas at the left circle. Goes into the high slot. Moves it for Nazarian. A slap shot goes wide. Comes all the way to the blue line. McKenzie, center point. Fakes the shot. He'll feed it for Howardchuk. Howardchuk takes the shot. That goes wide. And there's Orlando finally with the touch. And a power play coming for the Icemen to finish off this game. 2:37 to go in the contest. It's not going to get them back into the game, but maybe it'll give them a little bit of momentum and maybe a little bit of feeling good about themselves going into this weekend against Greenville.
Yeah, and the Icemen getting 2 games here against the Swamp Rabbits, and we haven't seen them in a while, and so it'll be interesting to see how these 2 teams reacquaint themselves starting on Friday night. 7:05 start time for that game. Then these 2 teams will play here in this building on Saturday night, 7 o'clock start time. I hope to see everybody there, and I would expect the Icemen to kind of rebound here and put together a better showing. The puck goes out of play again. And
a delay of game.
And the Icemen get another 5-on-3 here.
The linesmen are going to talk about it as they're going to huddle. Maybe it caught the glass first. I'm not sure. The Icemen players immediately said it was delay of game, and they are right. It is going to be a delay of game. So 5-on-3 again. The Icemen with 3 2-man advantages tonight, yet still trail 5-1. I don't know if the Icemen have had more than 4 or 5 2-man advantages all season long. Unfortunately, they're using him in a game where it's just not really working out for him tonight. But a chance for another goal or 2 here, maybe even. Solar Bears, however, win the faceoff, and Lohan will clear it the length of the ice. Jacksonville's only goal tonight is on the power play. This is their 7th chance of the night, 6th and 7th, I should say. Icemen with a bouncing puck in the Orlando zone. Solar Bears get it back. They'll turn and fire it out. Williams will tap it forward for Gerdukis. 2:02 left in the game. Martin at center ice. Feeds Gerdukis onside on the right wing. Gerdukis comes to the half boards. Nazarian feeds it for Martin. In the slot it is Martin. Sanchez at the circle. Sanchez back for Martin. Playing it for Gerdukis. Back for Martin. Couldn't pull the trigger. It wasn't a good enough pass. Sanchez with a one-timer. Blocked in front. Comes right back to him. Martin again in the slot. Again does not pull the trigger. It is Gerdukis this time. Down low for Nazarian. Save made. Rebound. Score! Power play goal for Aaron Nazarian. Orlando is going to argue that the puck was knocked down with a high stick. And is there going to be a penalty on Orlando also?
Yeah, there is. Unsportsmanlike conduct for Bird. He yelled at the official and then flung the puck down the length of the ice towards Charles Williams. And it may be another two-man advantage.
I think it is going to be another two-man advantage. Very interesting. Nazarian gets the goal in his return to Jacksonville. Definitely a clean goal.
And it may just be a misconduct, though, Arlie. They may not make it a manpower situation, but they may have tossed somebody. I don't know, but the referee was immediately signaling. And maybe someone's got to serve it. Not sure.
Well, Bird just went over into the onto his bench.
Yeah, I thought it might have been Bird because he was the one kind of reacting, but maybe not.
Nothing?
Yeah, the official was.
Why were you so adamant and then say, oh, never mind,
I mean,
never mind?
He was pretty emphatic that, hey, someone's got to go, but there certainly could have been a case for that.
I mean, if this was a one-goal game, we'd be losing our minds over a situation like that.
Yeah,
not much to worry about tonight with it being 5-2, but it is a head-scratcher, let's just say. Jacksonville still on the power play, 1:11 to go in the game. Lodermeyer into the zone. Leaves it for Brendan Harris. He is double-teamed, tries to keep the play moving. Orlando steals and clears. So Aaron Nazarian gets the goal for Jacksonville. It is his 7th goal of the season. Second power play goal of the night for Jacksonville. Here comes Vlad Mikulchuk onside on the right wing. He'll play it underneath. Lohan takes a bump. Orlando gets the loose puck, and they will clear it out. 43 seconds left in the game. The Icemen trail 5-2 now. Maybe one final chance, just 8 seconds to go on the power play here. It is Verobe for Mikulchuk. He is onside. Mikulchuk looking for Joey Sides in the right wing corner. Teams are now at full strength. Sides, stick handles away from one man. Mikulchuk with a drive that was blocked by Boca. Orlando cannot clear it out yet. Verobe holds it in. Verobe looking for the high tip to Mikulchuk. He redirected it wide. Giles keeps it in the zone. Mikulchuk takes the body. Sides ends up with the puck, centering pass. There's Sanchez. Backhander goes wide and over the net again. 5 seconds to go in the game. One last chance for the Icemen. Mikulchuk tries to get it to the blue line. Verobe with a drive. That goes wide. And this one is over. 5-2, your final score. The Orlando Solar Bears have defeated the Jacksonville Icemen tonight. They looked great in about the first 5 or 6 minutes, Reader. A two-man advantage for Jacksonville. They were swarming the Solar Bears, but Brad Barone made some clutch saves in the opening minutes. After that, Orlando righted the ship. And once they went ahead 1-0 on an early goal from Steen Tufto, it was all Solar Bears in the second period, and they deserve this victory. Give credit where it's due.
No, they do. And when you look at how it played out here tonight, you know, what would have happened if the Icemen had scored on that 5-on-3 early on? You know, would that have turned the tide of the game? It was Orlando who grabbed the first goal. They dominated the second period, and that's where the game, really, they took control of it. I liked the Icemen in the third period. I thought they were generating opportunities, and I thought they squandered a lot of opportunities, though, too, Arlie. Just couldn't get out of their own way at times, let's say. Again, they got a couple of goals in the period there. It looked like they were competing in the third, so at least they didn't go down and just take it. But, at that point, it was just too little too late tonight, and they just ran out of time.
So Orlando with the win on the road here. It's the first time they've won in Jacksonville this year. The Icemen had won the previous 3 on home ice, but not to be tonight for the good guys. Jacksonville with a loss now, 24-14, 2-1. They hold steady at 51 points. They are 1 point behind Florida in the standings. They are currently tied with Atlanta, but Atlanta is winning right now after 2 periods of play. Orlando with the victory. Now 23-16, 3-0. They have 49 points. So again, it goes by point percentage, but it's just so much easier to talk about the points. Florida 52, Jacksonville 51, Atlanta 51, Orlando 49. It is going to be a whale of a second half of the season. We got about 2 months left of the regular season. After this game tonight, the Icemen still have 31 more games, so a long way to go. And 1 game does not make a season here. Throw this one in the trash, right back at it on Friday night at Greenville.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you got to move on quickly, and now you're heading back on the road to start a home and home with Greenville. And Greenville, they play well in their building, and again, we'll see what they got. The Icemen haven't seen them in quite some time, so they just got to take care of business on the road. Then you come back home. Both teams have to come to Jacksonville following Friday night's game, and you have the home fans back and hopefully put them give a better showing here tonight and or on Saturday night. We'll see how it plays out, but tough one here tonight. You're going to have those, and the Icemen they'll try to get the ship righted here against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits here this weekend. But hats off to Orlando. They were sound in all phases of this game, and they were the better team tonight and played the best.
And despite the loss for the Icemen, it sure was great to have them back on home ice with a great crowd here on a Wednesday night as well.
Yeah,
so we love seeing that, and hopefully that will build some momentum going into the weekend as Jacksonville hosts the Greenville Swamp Rabbits on Saturday evening. And again, after a couple of games on the road in Florida and in Orlando next Wednesday and Thursday, a ton of home games coming up starting a week from Sunday, starting with a game on Sunday the 20th against the South Carolina Stingrays. The Icemen will have a lot of home games in about a 6-week stretch, and maybe that'll be a great opportunity for Jacksonville to climb in the standings and solidify their spot in the Kelly Cup playoffs.
Yeah, and that we'll see how that plays out. Because I tell you, the Icemen are going to need to take advantage of that stretch because they're in late March and early April. The Icemen, they had to make up 2 games in Norfolk, and Jacksonville already has a trip to Norfolk. They added those games, so it's going to be a 5 and 6 in 6 days, let's say, in Norfolk. Then the Icemen have to go play in South Carolina and take on the Stingrays. And then because the Icemen swapped a couple of weekends with Atlanta, now they have to go from Charleston to Atlanta. So they're going to end the year, I believe, with 8 games on the road.
8 straight.
8 straight, or there's going to be a stretch of 8 games on the road. And that's going to be a tough stretch for the guys. So they really need to take advantage of that stretch that you just talked about at home, and because I think that'll help them going into the weekend there, because that could be a dicey situation. That's not going to be an easy trip, because that'll all be in one trip, and that's going to be long for the guys.
Well, the Icemen fall tonight. 5-2 is your final score. Orlando with the victory, and the South top 4 playoff race really tightens up again tonight. Icemen back at it on Friday. Everybody, myself included, will be tuning in to you, Alex, and the call of the game from the upstate of South Carolina. That is starting to become a pretty big game. It's a huge game for Greenville. It's a huge weekend for Greenville. There's much more on the line for them than for Jacksonville, and that makes the weekend, I think, even more dangerous for the Icemen. We'll see what happens on Friday night in Greenville. I'll be back with you Saturday night here in Jacksonville when the 2 teams square off for the back end of that home-and-home series. For this one, that is it. We want to thank Gemstone Media, of course, for their great job up in the production. Thank you to our off-ice crew, led by Kate Truslow. And Alex, for you, this is Arlie Johnson saying goodnight. Once more, your final score, the Orlando Solar Bears 5, the Jacksonville Icemen 2. Despite the final score, it was a great night for hockey. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you again Friday night in Greenville.